What are you doing? Yeah, I see what you're saying. It says beginning in 13. Why is it doing that? Hold on. Let me see something here. No, it's going to the channel. It says you were live.
On my end, it looks like we're live.
Does it?
Well, now it just went off.
It looks like we're live too. But...
Oh, there it is.
We're live.
Yeah, there it is. It's up there. All right. It's popping up now. All right. Just making sure. Okay. That was weird. It's never done that before. I don't know why StreamYard is being so brand new like that. All right. We are here. We are live. And I'm going to do a little roll call here. All right. This is your boy, Brogi Naric, here with I'm going to say an all-star panel here. Got some new faces on the channel. We're going to be talking about San Diego Comic-Con 2022. How many? 3 years since this actually mattered, I guess. It's been about 3 years, right? Since anyone gave a shit.
2019.
Since anyone showed up.
Yes, since anyone showed up. So that 2020 one was sad. That was like the saddest. That was the saddest one.
Wasn't it online?
Yeah, it was like this basically. It was like this.
Oh.
They was just talking. I was like, all right, bro. But, DC wasn't there, Marvel wasn't there, so it was a whole thing. All right, Cuba. The menace is coming in. Come on, you'll be here.
Yeah.
I think I already sent you the link, so just go ahead. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about all the what happenings at the event. But I'm going to introduce some of my guests. I'm going to start with my man Joshua here. First time on the channel. Josh, let the people know where they can find you, man.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joshua Drake. I'm a Future Filmmaker 3940. From my channel, Future Filmmaker Reviews with Joshua, I talk movies, TV, music, do a little bit of anime, like reviews, top 10s, rankings, all live streams. All my social media links are on my channels: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Letterboxd, Snapchat.
You all
also,
over
my
the place.
Amazon wish list, all of that is there. Yeah, basically all over the place.
All right, great. Glad to have you on here, Josh. And we got my man Alex.
Oh, what's up, you guys? My name is Alex from Momentum Media. I review TV shows, movie news, movies, and also I interview actors, directors, and celebrities. I also do a show called Real Debates where we debate movies, characters, TV shows, things of that nature. And before CUBA gets on here, let me just start off by saying this Comic-Con was whack. I hated it. It was so trash. It was trash. I'm kidding. But I wanted to say it first because I know Cuba's gonna start talking shit the moment.
He's gonna start talking bad shit. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then we got another new face to the channel, my man Nagasi McKenzie, right? Nagasi McKenzie.
Yes, sir. Nagasi McKenzie, channel Nagasi McKenzie. Same thing for like all the social media handles. Before I get in anything else, I got to shout out the poster game right now because I love everybody's posters. So Alex, Black Panther, Into the Spider-Verse, Avatar, Wallace Brandon. I see the Deku in the background.
Oh, it's autographed. Shock, by the way.
Hey, man. All that's just clutch.
A lot of awesome posters in the background there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like yours too.
Appreciate you.
All right. And of course, we got my man Wally, Brandon D.
I'm one half of a podcast, Panel Surfing, with Barry and Brandon. It's me and my dad. We talk about comic books every Wednesday. You can find us on Instagram at Panel Surfing with BNB, like bed and breakfast, but Barry and Brandon. And then on Twitter, it's just Panel Surfing.
All right. And last but not least, my boy Critical Blue.
Hey, what's the word, everyone? You can find me at Critical Blue Reviews on Instagram, on Twitter. Also, you can check me out on any podcast platform, and we'll discuss comics, horror movies, any type of movies I feel like talking about at that moment. Have guests, we argue, we do all kind of stuff. We're obnoxious. We do it all. So check it out.
Right. And don't forget to like and share, stream, subscribe, and check out all these great people and their content. I want to say, I guess overall, pretty solid Comic-Con overall. We should agree.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
what I watched,
I've seen.
certainly.
Yeah, I have to say it was actually pretty solid for the first Comic-Con in 3 years since 2019.
Yeah, absolutely.
It
So
felt good. It feels good to be back at home.
Has anybody been to Comic-Con before?
Not the San Diego
No.
Comic-Con.
Not
No.
San Diego.
Oh, okay.
No.
No. I've been to ACON, but not but not San Diego. I want to go, but then I kind of don't because sickness and all that. But
Right.
it's kind of crazy even nowadays. But I would still want to. I'd risk it though. But
Right.
I feel like we would never be able to get into Hall H. Oh God, it would just be too much. People be camping out at night just to take the Hall H. I don't know if I had that kind of dedication.
You got to treat it like Black Friday. You definitely
exactly.
Gotta break some necks to get in.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty cutthroat. And you got all the people who know all the ins and outs and all of that type of stuff. And it's just nah. But first thing, all stuff that this kind of off at the beginning, we had the pretty surprising, I thought was really good too, the Dungeons and Dragons trailer, which I thought was actually good. I forgot this was even a movie that was coming out.
Right.
Anybody surprised or in love with what they saw?
I liked it, but I didn't love it. I mean, if anyone's ever played Dungeons and Dragons, the movie that what we saw is literally a really good depiction of the actual game. But that's something like you have to be really into the source material to really like it. But from what I saw, I thought the special effects and the story looks pretty funny. Chris Pine is the one who makes plans that fail and keeps making plans that fail. But other than that, it was pretty okay. But I didn't love it. I liked it.
Okay. Nagasi, thoughts? Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, so I don't know much about D&D outside of what Stranger Things tells me. So that's like my extent of like anything with it. But I like that. I mean, I love Chris Pine, love everything that man's in. Star Trek, a lot of the Netflix stuff he done. So that really got me more invested. Of course, Michelle Rodriguez is in there. So that's like wifey most days. So that got me hyped. I mean, it was cool. It got me interested.
Yeah.
It got me interested.
Sure.
And I definitely want to see this story and see like where they go. It seemed interesting though. I was surprised. I didn't know this was actually a movie. Like I'd heard rumors. I wasn't expecting a trailer though. So to see the trailer was dope.
Your thoughts?
Who? You call me?
I think Joshua.
Oh, Joshua.
Oh, okay. I never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Me neither.
I've only know of this from some references that's been made in other movies, and people talk about it. And I do remember the 2000s film, which is not the best, but I thought it was a good pleasure. But this trailer, I gotta admit, I was actually pretty surprised. I liked the special effects, the cinematography looks great. It looks very funny. I like where the story is gonna go. The cast is also pretty solid too. You got Chris Pine, you got Sophia Lillis, Michelle Rodriguez, of course, obviously. Reggie,
that's a good cast.
Gene Page, Hugo Grant. It's a big cast. It looks great. The special effects looks great. So I'm very interested to see how it's gonna turn out.
Wally, you do D&D from time to time, right?
Occasionally, like
Occasionally, yeah.
very rarely. I'm a sci-fi nerd. I'm not a sword and sorcery nerd. That said, it doesn't have Marlon Wayans, so I don't give a shit.
Yeah, that's a good argument. That's a good.
No, I think it looks fun.
That's enough for me.
Yeah.
Crit, any thoughts on this particular trailer or anything?
Well, I do. It's one of the actors I did like for one of my favorite series, The Get Down. Justice Smith, he's in it, so I definitely gonna check it out. I'm a little old school. See, I remember when D&D was a cartoon. I used to watch that on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say I'm excited, but I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I was waiting for the cartoon too, but I think that's like some rights issues on that or something. But excuse me. So after that, we had what was it? We had Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings. I am
House of the Dragon and Lord of the Rings,
franchises,
Rings of
but
Power.
yeah, Lord of the Rings. The Rings of Power. That actually looked pretty good. Like I'm not interested, but that actually looked pretty good. Anybody feeling Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon?
Fun fact, I
Game
got
of
to
Thrones.
see. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
No, it's all right. You can go. You can go.
The first time I saw it was when I went to go see Nope in when they had the advanced screening, and I thought it was a movie, and then when I saw the trailer launch, it was actually for HBO Max. I'm kind of disappointed it's not in theaters, because when we saw it in theaters, it really felt like a movie. The fact how real the dragons are. By the way, I'm not a Game of Thrones fan at all. Like I don't think the series trash or anything. It's just not for me. But to see that, it was pretty cool.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, Josh.
As far as House of the Dragon goes, I am a fan of the Game of Thrones show. I know some people, even season 8. I know there was a lot of people who didn't like season 8. I was one of the few who actually didn't hate season 8. It definitely has issues with it being a little rushed. It should have been the usual 10 episodes. I didn't like some of the decisions they made with Daenerys at the end. But this prequel, like Momentum Media said, it definitely has a cinematic feel for theaters. The dragons look great. I like the production design, the worlds. And the cast itself, it's a massive cast. You got Matt Smith, Olivia Cook, and such. I'm I'm also a sucker for prequels. I do like a good prequel when you can tell it right, but I'm actually pretty curious to see how this will turn out.
And then what else? Game of Thrones.
So,
Oh man,
Game of Thrones, man. And just to hit on what Joshua said, I got hella jade on that last season, man. It just there's too many. There's too many things that went wrong for me. It's like all the build up. It was like an air out of the room, man. So like for me, I'm going to watch it. Obviously, it's House Targaryen. I feel like that's like the most interesting house, so I'm definitely going to tune in to see that. I'm concerned about the whole woman trying to take the throne again because I feel like we just did that in Game of Thrones, like a woman trying to get on the Iron Throne. So I'm like, I'm not really. I gotta see what else is there to it besides that, but I'm interested. But I say like for both of these, Rings of Power and House of the Dragon, you can tell they spent money. Like they spent a lot of money on these shows.
I will get to my thoughts on Rings of Power after everyone talks about Game of Thrones.
Rings of Power, I'm more interested in. Like that's like I gotta see that. House of Dragon, I may like, I'm gonna check it out. I ain't gonna sleep on it, but I'm more excited for Rings of Power.
Okay.
Yeah, I can definitely tell the money is there on both of these shows.
Exactly.
A billion or something like that.
Exactly. He put a lot of money into both of these. That was the thing about the Rings of Power. I was like, damn, this is like film quality. Like holy, I was just like, geez. And I know a lot of people upset because I don't know, elves are brown or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't care. But it looks
bother me.
Right, yeah. It looks kind of cool though. I might
people just do that because they're scared of brown elves. It's not trying to be political or anything. It's just characters, guys.
Right. It's all fantasy. I could care less. Thrones was a guy I work with, and everybody was upset about it. He was like, "Man, I don't know what everybody's talking about. It's okay. It's pretty good." And then that last episode happened. I was like, "So did you like it?" He was like, "Oh no, fuck that. That was some bullshit." I was like, "Oh okay." he was rolling with that one. Yeah, he was rolling with it. And then that last episode happened. He's like, "Nah, fuck that. That was some bullshit." I was like, "Oh okay, my bad. Okay." Guess they dropped the ball, but oh, hold on. What was? Okay. Oh, yeah. Is he listed? Hey, if you want to hop in, let me know if you want to hop in, RJ. Damn.
Yeah,
anyway,
you can kick me out in a second.
Yeah. He's in the. I guess he was watching or whatever. Anyway, but yeah. So next thing, we had a couple of trailers. We had the John Wick trailer. I'm gonna be real. I have not watched any of the John Wick movies, so
Oh man,
I haven't gotten around to it. I know I ain't got around to it. I'm sorry.
It's not like they've been out for 10 years.
I know it's been out for a whole damn decade. I just ain't got around to it, man. I don't know, but they sound good. I watched all the other movies that they directed, but I ain't watched that. So it looked cool, I guess. How y'all feel about John Wick 4?
I think it's good.
I'm still trying to catch them on Death Wish 4.
My boy Keanu Reeves, John Wick, Neo. It looks great.
I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to be more story this time, which is going to be even more exciting along with the action. Mm-hmm. So this might be, if not the best, I'm just going to put it out there. If this not the best John Wick movie, it's going to be the second best one.
All right,
what's your first best right now?
I'm gonna say the first one, just off the action, not necessarily the story. Because I give my homeboy a lot of heat because it was over a dog, but I know the dog had sentimental value and all that stuff.
Right.
But the action was like the fluidity, how he moved. It was that caught me, just like how the first Matrix did, how they moved. You know what I mean? So
correction, I've seen parts. I haven't seen the full movie. I've seen parts of it.
Okay.
The nightclub scene, and he's like, I've seen this is the nightclub scene, and then there's the scene he's in the hotel, and the lady's trying to kill him, or one of the foes trying to kill him, or some shit. I don't remember, but that's all I've seen.
Bro, if there's one scene you guys see out of that entire franchise, it's the scene with the pencil. That's all.
Yeah.
You
right.
Like John Wick Chapter 2. That's my favorite one, where he just got pencils. He's just shutting people down.
Oh yeah. My favorite one, my favorite movie out of the three is the second one. That scene with him and Common, like they're shooting each other with silencers in an open airport, and no one knows what's going on.
Nobody watched it yet.
And Common, I knew Common could act, but I was afraid. I was like, oh shit, but yeah, the trailer was dope. I can't wait. I think they're leaning more heavy on story than they are action, which I hope they blend the two. Because the last movie, I liked the movie. I just didn't believe Halle Berry as a badass. I was just, I mean, she ultimately did her job, but like she kind of had the same storyline as John Wick to turn on the same company. They killed her dog, and now but they killed her dog because John Wick asked her for help, in a sense. So yeah, but I hope that this movie flushes out, I guess, the series, because I think what I think has a problem with it keeps telling the same story. Like he's either going after the people who were involved in his wife's murder, or he's going after the company that essentially trained him to be who he is, and that's the kind of ongoing theme I'm seeing with the films. But they're really good films.
Yeah, like Alex, like the second's my favorite, but I gotta get respect for the third one, because I feel like the action in that movie was just so damn good.
Yeah,
that it's hard for me to hate on it too much.
Yeah.
But I definitely get the feeling, like everyone's been saying, like the story is definitely gonna be more of an emphasis in this fourth one.
Yeah,
and by the way, the way that movie ended, the third one, where Lawrence Fishburne is like, "Are you pissed off?" He's like, "Yeah," and then the camera's just cut. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I just can't wait.
I was excited. Yeah, that made me excited for the fourth one. You're right about that, Alex.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll probably binge them just to be on the train, to be like, yeah.
If you have Peacock, which is a free service with ads, you can watch it on there.
I got a Fire Stick. I'm good.
Oh, well, never mind.
If you know, you know. All right. So yeah, let's move into, I think, which was the greatest panel that they had. It was the Warner Brothers DC panel.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Yo, we could kick Brogi off his own team.
Boy, that
was not the best
panel. Was heat, boy.
Somebody mute his mic.
Warner Brothers dropped that heat, didn't they?
Shit.
Oh man, Black Adam is taking over.
Oh my god,
man. Over.
And that appearance by Henry Cavill, that was amazing.
Yeah,
I didn't know the way, man.
I think Henry Cavill and John Cena are related, because I did not see his ass. think they related. I did not see that, man. But
Yeah, and then Ben Affleck announced that he's coming back as Batman and Black
Stop
Adam.
it.
boy, and Zack Snyder out there doing the Dougie because the Justice League is coming back. I say, hey, this is great. This is fantastic news. Oh my god! All right, but let's get serious. So brothers came in, and then they left, and they said, "How y'all doing? We got Black Adam. We got The Rock. We got some kids. Y'all next year." That's all they had to say. That's all they had. Good night. Thanks for coming. TBD. So what was some of y'all favorite moments from the Warner Brothers panel? I will start with Wally, since I know he paid attention to it.
I really paid attention to it. So it was crazy when it happened, but my favorite part was when the Green Bull from Doctor Strange 2 showed up.
Right. What?
You gotta watch the other things that I've done.
Oh my God.
I don't know, like the Sandman trailer, I guess.
Okay. Yep, that did happen. That was a Sandman trailer. I don't know if you guys saw that.
That was probably the best thing.
No, I didn't see the Sandman trailer.
Yeah, it's going to Netflix. It looks fine, I guess. I never read that comic. It
looks fine. I mean, Fury of the Gods looks fun, all things considered. I didn't lose faith that they could make another Shazam movie, I guess. That said, and I told you this, Black Adam certainly looks like a movie that I'm probably not going to watch.
Yeah. Okay.
The thing, I'm sorry, man.
No, go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
No, the thing that has me, man, does this bother anybody, the fact that The Rock doesn't have an accent? Because that bothers me every time The Rock speaks.
Why?
So you don't like?
Why would he?
You don't like
one?
that? You don't like that Dwayne The Rock Johnson is just playing Dwayne The Rock Johnson always?
Why would he need one for that character? He has an accent.
Yeah, because he comes from the past.
He's supposed to be a slave, though, right?
Is he?
Country.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah,
I mean, because he's from Egypt, right? Or not Egypt?
Yeah, I mean, which is in Africa. So yeah,
he's from
he was a slave.
He's from Kahndaq.
Kahndaq.
There we go.
Okay.
Which is Egypt light.
Yeah, it's like Egyptian adjacent kind of thing.
Right. He should have an accent. Sometimes the character is portrayed as having an accent, but most of the time he doesn't.
It doesn't matter. It's The Rock.
Right. Yeah. They got The Rock.
Really bother me, but my favorite moments were definitely. I did love the Black Adam trailer. And I did like the Shazam trailer. And it does make sense that these are the next two DC movies coming out, because at some point, The Rock and Zachary Levi are going to fight each other. But also at the same time, The Rock is also saying he wants to fight Superman.
Yeah.
Whoever it is. So
whoever it is. That was the thing. Someone asked him at the panel, they was like, who's going to win, Black Adam and Superman? He's like, well, it's neck and neck, but it also depends on who's playing Superman. So they're really dangling that carrot for all the Cavill fans. Nagasi, how you feeling about Warner Brothers panel?
Maybe I don't like Shazam, man. No, I really don't.
You can tell he doesn't like him, yo.
I respect everybody who does it. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. It just ain't for me. It ain't click.
You don't like fun? You don't like fun?
So you don't like Marvel movies? That's what you're saying.
Marvel Phase 4, we're gonna have to have a conversation on, but
that's over. It's over. It's over at the end of the year. It's over at the end of the year. Don't worry about it. It's over at the end of the year.
I mean, I'm happy Shazam's getting continued, because like there was a period of time when we was getting really subpar to basically trash DC movies. So I'm happy that fans of can like
when that period end.
When
that period end.
I mean, look, there's been some good.
The Suicide Squad, the Batman,
one good movie.
You didn't like, so you don't think Wonder Woman 84 and then Aquaman?
I don't think Wonder Woman 84 is good.
Oh, sorry, no, my bad.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Sorry,
you like that movie, but you don't like Shazam?
I'm about to say
the first Wonder Woman.
Yeah, the first Wonder Woman is good, but go back and watch it.
It's good.
It's been a
I'll
while.
go back. It's good.
It's been a while.
It's great up until the third act. That third act is trash.
You can always pause it at the third act.
Yeah,
You always pause it.
I watched the
Yeah,
first
Wonder
hour and
Woman-
20 and be like, all right, I'm good. I seen it. I'm good.
Go ahead, Josh.
But the only thing is, like, I mean, I
Yeah,
like the
Wonder
Dwayne The Rock
Woman-
Johnson because I know he's wanted to play this character for so long. So I'm happy that he's
Right.
bringing that energy to this role. I expect that to transition on screen, so I'm looking forward to that. I honestly had no idea about this Henry Cavill stuff until Saturday because someone was texting me, was going like, bro, I swear to God, if Henry Cavill ain't here, I'm gonna go to San Diego right now, and it's about to be crazy. So I'm like, bro, he's up, it's cool. Like, you ain't gotta do all that. But I mean, I'm excited to see Henry Cavill back as Superman. He's like the best Superman. I feel like when you look at, I mean, I know it's like Christopher Reeves, it's been a while, but like to me, like modern day, he's been the best one for me at least.
Yeah, Henry Cavill, he is my favorite Superman. Man of Steel is my favorite Superman movie since Superman.
So
1978, and I do hope he does. Cavill, he does get to come back, whether it's some contract negotiation or maybe he just some Warner Bros. Probably was gonna have to pay him a crap ton of money to come back. I hope he does get to come back.
Yeah, I want him to come back too. I'm more concerned of who's writing it.
I think he's gonna have to pay Warner Brothers to come back.
You think so?
I think so. He's gonna have to be like, guys, I'll give you 20 million. Just let me do something.
Oh wow.
He's gonna have to pay them.
I don't know about that, but
I don't think they're gonna pay him. I don't think they're that desperate to have him back.
I don't think so either.
That's interesting.
Who do you think be a replacement?
It's kind of going to be the new.
I don't want a replacement for starters.
No.
I like Cavill. I think he's great for the role. But that said, Warner Brothers clearly does not like Cavill, or at least they don't like him because he's attached to Snyder.
I would like to point out now that Discovery owns Warner Brothers, I think we're looking at a whole different version of Warner Brothers now. So, like, and David Zaslav, the guy who owns Warner Brothers Discovery, has said that he wants to bring Cavill back as Superman. So, I do think that he may come back. But I think would have been great when Dwayne The Rock Johnson came out in his Black Adam costume. If the lights would have shut off and come back on, and Henry Cavill's Superman in his costume standing right there. That would have been a nerdgasm. Everybody would have been like, "Oh shit!"
Or at least his torso and legs, right?
Right. Yeah, from the neck down, everything from the neck down. We'll see Cavill.
Yeah.
But I actually like the DC panel. I didn't really the Black Adam trailer didn't show us really anything different than what we got from the previous trailer.
Yeah,
we still don't know who he's fighting, other than we knew he was going to have an encounter with the Justice Society, but that's not the main villain of the movie. So I know he's fighting someone or something.
Hold on, I got the picture. Hold on.
The space bikers.
No, well, yeah, but it's it's like a demon looking character. Hold on.
Etrigan.
No,
well, I did like the Fury of the Gods trailer because I really enjoyed the first Shazam movie. Right. I really like that was a fun movie, and this movie looks like it's carrying on that. I do wish though they wouldn't make Shazam. I guess because it's kind of like that in the comics. I was gonna say I wish they wouldn't make him such like a kid, but when I remember watching him in like animated movies,
that's the
when
gimmick.
He was Shazam, he was still a kid like, but he could like handle himself.
Yeah,
you know,
they
like,
said.
Go ahead.
Well, I was saying they said in this movie is Billy is dealing with the fact that he's slowly with that him being an adult and him being a superhero at the same time, you know. So it's kind of like I guess like a coming of age type of deal.
That man was in therapy, man.
This is definitely a coming of age type film, but
yeah, because he did square off against
the
Superman.
trailer of Shazam Fury
yeah.
As well, I thought the Fury of the Gods trailer, it looks great. I like the comedy. I like the tone they're going. They're keeping that family energy from the first movie, but also they're taking this sequel into more bigger personal stakes with Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu, and they also have the Shazam family. Once again, you're gonna have a new character played by Rachel Zegler from West Side Story. So it comes out in December. See what the week after Way of the Water. So I'm very curious to see what Shazam 2.
Yeah, I don't like that release date. That release date is.
Well, you don't want to go up against Avatar?
Yeah, against Avatar 2. I hate that.
Yeah, it's not
All
super smart of them.
they're gonna move the date.
Yeah, it's
They're
definitely.
definitely gonna move the date.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Ain't nothing touching
I'm
Avatar.
pretty sure they
At all.
probably going either move the day up again, but who knows? Probably not. But Avatar.
Is there any other big movie coming out in December besides Avatar? Like, I don't think there is.
In December?
Yeah,
December?
Shazam 2.
Yeah,
Oh.
Shazam 2.
Besides
Well, Black Panther's in November.
Yeah.
That might
Yeah.
carry over.
maybe.
And they moved. Didn't they move Spider-Verse? Right, Spider-Verse 2. They moved that,
Yes,
right?
next
That-
year.
yeah, that's
year.
Spider-Man
that's next year.
Across
Yeah.
the Spider-Verse to
Okay.
June of 2023.
That makes
Moved
sense.
it all the way
yeah.
to June.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
so
'cause it
they
was
can finish
crowded.
the animation and because
Yeah.
they want to make sure.
give it more time. But Alex, this
Yeah, give
demon,
it more time to breathe.
That's
other
who
than
that's who
Black
he's
Adam.
fighting against.
yes.
Hellboy?
Yes. He's called Sabak. He's gonna be played by the guy that played Jafar in the live action Aladdin.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Yeah, that was a great
Marwan
performance. Right?
Kenzari.
yeah.
He's I liked him in Old Guard, but he was bad as Jafar. I didn't like him as Jafar.
I didn't mind him as Jafar. He got a little
Yeah.
over the top, but he did what he had to do.
Yeah, he definitely do. Yeah, you're right. He took that check. You're right about that.
Well, yeah.
But the other surprising thing was not only did The Rock say that Black Adam is going to be like the sort of new like jumping point for the DCEU, but he also said they're going to be focusing on the JSA. So this is how crazy Warner Brothers is. It's like we can't touch the reasons, so we're just going to substitute them with the JSA. How y'all feeling about that?
I think that I'm willing to. Okay, if anyone knows anything about the JSA, it's like the B version of the Justice League, essentially. And it's funny, the people who they're showing in the JSA, some of those members, Hawkman, Dr. Fate, had been a part of the Justice League at some point.
Right.
I think that, and I don't want to say it's stupid. I would say it's definitely different. But okay, I will say all of them are like godlike except for Hawkman. So who, aside from the main villain that's in Black Adam, who they're fighting, after that, who they gonna face? They're not gonna fight. They're not gonna fight Darkseid.
They can fight Darkseid.
No, I don't think they're gonna do that.
Everybody fights
If they
Darkseid.
do that, that would be stupid on their part. Because that's like,
This is Warner Brothers, sir. This is Warner Brothers.
I mean,
if
but
they
yeah,
want it to happen, they gonna do it. Goddamn it.
That's true. That's true. But I'm hoping that Zaslav is putting some sense into these characters now that they have a new regime over there. But so to expand on the Justice Society, I don't know if that's the right move. But I mean, again, I'm interested to see it. I mean, this is the same company that gave us the live action version of Titans, and nobody is watching that.
That did happen. Crit how you feeling about possibly being the blueprint of the DC?
I mean, to be honest, man, the way DC is going right now, I was a really big DC fan. DC was the first comic book I ever picked up. I used to battle Marvel people. You know what I mean? I've lost bets. I owe some people some bottles of alcohol because of the direction of DC. Right now, to be honest, man, I think DC is going in the direction of the junkyard Transformers. The straight trash.
Wow.
I really do think so. I mean, you're going to get a couple of good movies here and there.
They got Oscars.
Everything is out of order.
Warner Brothers got Oscars.
And then a lot of the people like Amber Heard's not. We don't know if she's going to be around. The guy who plays the Flash.
No, I think she's gone.
After
what are you talking about?
3, she's gone. After Aquaman 2, she's gone.
Yeah.
So so to be honest, to answer your question, man, I don't know where the hell we're going. I'm just on the ship that's floating. I'll see it. I'll come on here and report it. But I don't know where we're going, man.
But Crit, don't you feel like they do kind of have a blueprint? Because like we just got the Batman 3-4 months ago, which a lot of people, some people are mixed on it, but I feel like for the most part, people say that was a pretty great movie.
That was fire.
Don't you feel like they can take that and just kind of continue that formula a little bit? I mean, again, Warner Brothers, so a tall task maybe, but
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, a lot of people. I saw Batman. I thought it was cool. Other people saw Batman. They said it was like they were watching RoboCop. He wasn't Batman. He wasn't a ninja. So it depends.
I don't know that comparison, but okay.
I don't know that. That's the first time I heard that.
That's a strange comparison.
Because remember when he walked out with the crew that was doing the knockout game or whatever, you hear his boots. That's the walk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I get you saying. Okay, I got you now.
So I really don't know, man. To answer your question, man, it's a possibility. Listen, I'm along for the ride. I'm just not feeling good about it because I already lost money and I've already lost alcohol. So,
damn. Who did I not ask? Josh, how you feeling about the JSA? Yeah or nay?
I honestly don't mind it. Now, DC has been pretty bumpy with them, but I am a fan of their films. And yeah, I was one of those people. I did love the new Batman and the JSA in being the blueprint for DCU. I don't have a problem with it. Now, for better or worse, it should be at least decent enough.
Right. Nagasi, how you feeling? JSA. Did I ask you this already, or am I in circle?
I mean, I've been chimed in. Really, I mean, I ain't got no take on it. I just want the movie to be good, honestly. So as long as the movie's good, that's all I really care about.
Okay. See, my take is this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like The Rock, he couldn't take over Fast and the Furious, so he's trying to get another franchise for him to kind of take.
Yeah,
and I don't mean that. I don't mean that as a diss. I don't mean that as a diss, because The Rock is a star, and I think he's trying to take over this DC franchise.
right.
And I feel like JSA is kind of like Marvel or Marvel Studios in 2008, where they're like, well, shit, we can't do X-Men, we can't do the Hulk, we can't do Spider-Man. Well, we got Iron Man. We got Captain America. I guess somebody cares about him. So this could be a weird rebuilding for DC. I love the JSA. JSA is a dope team. I'm cool with that. Because we live in a world now where more people care about Iron Man than they do Superman in a weird way. So we could end up in a world where more people care about Wildcat than they do Wonder Woman. So I don't know.
A boxer.
Shit happens. I'm just saying, shit happens.
A boxer.
So,
Wildcat movie would be awesome.
A Wildcat movie would be dope.
I will watch that.
Yeah.
We got the Flash and Green Lantern. They're still there. So they could do it. I'm just saying they could do it. It's a weird.
Ezra's in another universe according to him. So.
Yeah, he's in another universe. I don't know what's going on with that. They did not talk nothing about a Flash movie. Like I said, it does not exist. But anyway, so let's talk about the things that didn't pop up. No Henry Cavill. No the Batman 2 announcement, which I was actually surprised about that.
Me too.
Nothing about Blue Beetle.
Back at CinemaCon.
They did announce. Oh, that's right. You're right. They did announce it, but they didn't. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, you're right about that. They did.
Yeah, same thing for like Joker too.
Right, and Joker too. Yeah, no Blue Beetle, which I was surprised by. I thought they would at least had a poster.
They just finished filming it this week, shooting. So
a sizzle reel or something. Damn. No Batgirl. That was a shock.
Yeah,
that was a big shock, especially with Miss Marvel. The directors directed the. They didn't drop that. That was weird. And nothing about the Static Shock movie. Nothing about the Snyderverse. It has not been restored just yet. So it is what it is.
I don't think that's getting restored. If y'all read that Rolling Stone article, that's not getting restored.
Yeah, didn't Jim Lee just say like, no, we're not doing shit with him?
Jim Lee.
Really?
Yeah, it's like we don't got anything in production with them. Nothing.
Yeah.
I will say
in the pipeline.
I will say because you brought up the Static Shock movie. I don't think that movie's happening at all. They announced that back in 2020. We heard that Michael B. Jordan was attached to it.
Yeah.
We ain't heard nothing since.
I bet they're waiting to see what Blue Beetle does at that point.
I think so.
Yeah,
too.
I think that's what they're doing.
We'll see.
They're waiting to see how Blue Beetle's going to do before they make a move.
God, let it be good.
Yeah, I hope so.
Please.
Because they were saying that was going to HBO Max. And I'm like, how is that going to HBO Max?
I'll never live that shit down. And Blue Beetle's bad.
Batgirl was supposed to go to HBO Max too, but now that's
Yeah.
getting a theater release.
Yeah,
So, and I'm gonna feel away if they put Batgirl in theaters, but they put Static on
I'm gonna be
HBO
hot.
Max. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, I'm gonna be hot. I'm gonna be real.
I mean, unless it's a series.
I'm not okay.
Nah,
if
they
it's a
said
series,
movie.
then
If it's a
yeah.
series,
Well,
Okay,
sure, but
movie.
again, if they're not working on it right now, they can always change it,
Yeah.
make it a
That's true.
Peacemaker. I mean, not Peacemaker like, but the same.
Yeah.
The same budget, same production style.
That'd be cool. I'd be fine
Yeah.
with that. All right, so that was Warner Brothers. They came and went, and
We spent
Now
we
we
spent
can get
longer
into-
talking about them than they did about their movies.
then they did about that. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah.
All that money. That's crazy.
Oh, real quick, I did want to point out they did
Yeah.
try the JSA in the Arrowverse. So
Yeah.
you
And
see
that's
how
why.
that
That's why.
ended.
That's why I pointed out the Stargirl thing. Stargirl's a very popular show, so it can
Yeah.
work. I'm just
It
saying.
is okay.
It is. Hey,
It's
it
a
is.
popular show. It doesn't mean it's good. I want to throw that
Oh,
out.
okay.
Hold up.
It's a popular show,
Hold up.
but it don't mean it's good.
I
Like,
just said popular. I didn't say nothing about quality. I didn't say nothing about
oh,
I just said it's
like
popular.
when I see people review that show, I'm like, y'all are clearly lying because this shit is garbage.
Hey,
I don't know what
man.
they were thinking, but
I've never watched
Yeah.
it, but the costumes look nice, so that's all I have to say.
The only show they got right now is Superman and Lois, man. Everything else in CW is trash.
Is the
Yeah.
Flash still going on?
they got
Sadly,
one more
yes.
season.
It's in its last season or going into its last season.
Yep. All right. So Disney. First thing, they announced that Amanda Stenberger is going to be the lead in ACOLYTE, which look, we just went through this shit with Reva. It's going to be another goddamn nightmare. Good for her, but hopefully the show's good. But I don't need to go through all that nonsense again.
I'm actually excited for that show. I know nothing about it, so
Yeah, I'm
I'm
interested
excited for
in
it.
the Acolytes.
You already know where I stand. It
It's-
takes place in the High Republic or the end of the High Republic in the Star Wars universe. So like
Okay.
2,000 years prior to like Episode 1, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like
Right.
it's untapped territory for like films, especially.
Yeah. All right.
So
yeah,
in that way, it's way more interesting.
that's true.
Okay.
It could be the new Justice League. I mean, I think what
I
they
mean, yeah.
might be trying to go for. I think that's what they're trying to go for. I agree.
Absolutely.
It's possible, but we'll see how that goes. Will fans be ready for it? I mean, Pop Girl's dope. But anyway, yeah. So the Acolyte, we got I Am Group's coming out. Luckily, that's 5 shorts because I'm happy to hear that. That should be good. Everybody's digging I Am Groot.
Yeah.
Good on
It
that.
looks
I think
cute.
it's going to surprise some folks.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A lot
Yeah.
of people love that
You know
character.
what I'm saying?
If
Different
it's
shorts,
like what if,
5
I'm
different
good.
shorts. Groups
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
cool.
Well, say,
Okay, I'm getting tired of that.
if it's what if, then yeah, no.
I'm getting
good.
tired of y'all what if Slander. So
Go watch
Marvel
the show.
Animation. I did watch the show. So Marvel Animation, they coming back in a
Mhm.
big way. In a big way. So we got What If Season 2.
Trash.
Yeah. What If That's right, Josh. What
I
If
haven't
Season
seen
2?
it, but
Oh, come on. You ain't watched What If?
no,
Nobody
but I
watched
did-
it.
But
He was still supporting you.
I am curious to see it. And season
I-
3, yeah, we did get some news on that.
Yeah.
I fucks with What If. I'm with you on that.
Thank
I'm
you.
with you on that.
What
Yeah.
if Joshua saw trash? I'm so sorry. What if Joshua saw what if
Yeah.
his reaction is trash?
We don't know. What if? We don't know. So yeah. I'm excited to see that because apparently this was supposed to be part of season 1, but they had to cut it up because of production and COVID and all that. So it's still a continuation. So that's kind of interesting.
I'll say this for What If, though. I give them credit for the stories that they tell, though, because I actually didn't see it when it came out. I thought it was stupid as hell until like I got to Spider-Man No Way Home end credit scene and someone was losing their minds next to me. I was like, why are you going that crazy? They're like, nah, this came back in What If. I'm like, nah, I gotta go watch all this show that I missed.
What was the end credit scene? I'm trying to remember.
Because it's basically the trailer for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, which that's
yeah. Because it was
a Phase 4.
We thought it was the same one from the show. Yeah.
Exactly. And then that's when like you connected the dots. But I think they did a really good job in season 1 of like telling a different version of the small story. So I'm looking forward to season 2.
Yo,
Yeah.
the Watcher
Yeah,
recruited
also-
Killmonger to be a
Good.
guardian of the multiverse. This motherfucker took over Wakanda, and you trust him with the multiverse?
Yeah.
Really? And you supposed to be the Watcher?
Look,
Like the show,
right.
in my opinion,
He didn't
in my
want
opinion,
look, Killmonger is a smart man. Okay, that's all he needed was the intelligence. Okay.
yeah.
And then he
Fire.
still, and he was smart enough to get the jewels,
The Infinity
right?
Stone.
Exactly.
The Infinity Stone. So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
mean, it worked.
It
You got
worked.
him.
It worked.
But I'm gonna say this
That's
though.
the
I
point.
did see-
If I'm the Watcher and I know
did
that this
see the
motherfucker's done some
episodes
foul
with-
shit, why would I recruit him? You
So
couldn't
you can
recruit
do foul
Chadwick
shit to other
Boseman,
people?
really?
That's the prayer.
Yeah, I did
I-
see the episodes of What If with Chadwick Boseman, but that's
Right.
about it. But so
Yeah,
far, all I know of this season is that my girl Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch, is going to be in this season doing the voice of Scarlet Witch.
They said it was like a Hela story. They said it was going to be one where it's Odin versus what was it? It was Odin versus somebody. I can't remember who it was. Damn
That's
it.
interesting.
Odin versus the Mandarin. That's what I think it was. It was Odin.
Mm.
Odin versus Wenwu was going to be one of them. I might be wrong on that one, but it sounded dope. So
I would say
another.
this,
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, before you go ahead, I would like to see a what if version of the world of the Illuminati. Like if that storyline of how the Illuminati got together
No, that would be dope.
is on that,
That would be
I would check that
would
out.
be
Yeah,
interesting to see.
yeah.
I can see that.
So,
You know, they may go into that
So
now
see-
because, you know, they never touched the Fantastic Four or the X-Men. And now that we're kind of getting a little bit of that, they may dive deeper into that with What If. So that could be interesting.
That's a
Yeah.
possibility. Another announcement, which we,
2023?
yeah. Say it again.
It comes out 2023, like next year, or
Yes.
I think so.
Yes,
That's part, yeah, because that starts phase 5, right? It's part of phase 5. So
yeah.
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 Yeah,
Yeah.
Phase 5 starts with Quantum Mania.
Yep.
Yep.
Next thing they announced, which we had been waiting to see, was X-Men 97.
Nah.
I'm kind of interested. I'm interested. I think,
Yeah.
I'm interested.
I remember watching it growing up, but the only episode that sticks out in my head at all is the Days of Future Past one with Bishop.
Yeah.
That's the only one I remember because I was like, oh shit, Bishop.
They brought back most of the original cast, which I was kind of surprised about. But looks dope. I'm digging it. I'm digging the nostalgia.
So is it starting
very
over?
curious to see how this will turn out.
It's
I
just like-
love the
it's season 2,
90s animated
season 3.
show growing up, and
Yeah.
rewatching it back in 2016, 2017, I grew more appreciation for it, and I did like a lot of the characters, a lot of the episodes, and
Oh,
the
shit.
fact that we have most, if not all, of the original cast there. It was
There
gonna
they
be
are.
pretty interesting to see, and the fact that Magneto might be the lead in the show, that also has me very interested to see how this will go. So I'm
It's
I'm on
a
board.
continuation,
X-Men
Critical.
97.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
continuation of the
continuation
original
of
90s.
that
Yeah.
show.
So what was the last? Do y'all
One of
remember
the
what
best
the last
anime-
episode was?
It's on Disney
I-
Plus. I would have to go back and
Because I want to say I thought it was where they
Yeah,
went to.
because the episodes are in order now
Oh, okay.
on Disney Plus.
Because at first I thought it was where they went to the apocalypse. That wasn't. I mean, I
No.
could be wrong in that. Okay.
No, they fought Apocalypse like 8 times in that show.
Yeah.
Okay.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
Age of Apocalypse. That's what I'm thinking about. Age of Apocalypse. Okay.
Yeah. But no, I'm interested in, they're bringing everything.
Brad, I was gonna say, do you think they're gonna pick up Wolverine in the X-Men and finally give that a last season?
Nah.
Oh
No.
no, they're not gonna do the one that
No,
everyone
I
actually
don't think-
wants
I
to
don't
see
think so.
get finished.
Is that the one everybody wants to see?
I think so.
I
That's
feel
the
like
one that
97 is the one because that's the only one everybody talks about.
I guess.
I tried watching Wolverine and X-Men. I couldn't get into it because it was like it's not better than Evolution and it's not as good as the 90s one. So
Oh, I disagree. I feel like it's much better than Evolution.
I don't know. I've been going back and rewatching
I actually
Evolution.
don't
Evolution's
hate
pretty good.
X-Men Evolution.
I think Evolution though tells a very authentic version of the X-Men because they're hated, and this one, I mean they're beloved, but they're also hated. But I feel like in Evolution they're not looked at as heroes, but in '97 they are, and I think when they do make the live action movie, I think that's the route they're going to take. Like the X-Men are considered freaks. But I wonder how that's going to play out in the MCU when we've had aliens attack Earth and shit. So,
yeah, it's looking pretty good. The next thing, freshman year, which was driving a lot of people crazy because they were still believing in rumors that we heard from 4 years ago or whatever. Because this show was originally pitched as it was going to be the early years of the original of Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but clearly that's not the case because we're seeing all this weird stuff.
It's a more multiversal story.
Exactly.
Instead
it's
of
definitely
Tony Stark. It's Norman Osborn.
Right.
Yes.
It really is sort of a
that
what if.
he was going to be introduced to.
Yes.
It's like a what if scenario.
I'm excited for this. I gotta say, I'm excited.
I think it looks fun.
I was excited for it.
It looks like it's going to be a fun time.
I was excited for it, and I normally wouldn't say this about any Spider-Man project because next to Black Panther and Static, they're Spider-Man for me. I was not excited for it. I was not excited for what they announced because it just didn't seem what they were really teasing in the beginning. Because I thought we were supposed to get Tom Holland's what happened between Tom Holland getting bit by the spider and then telling his friends, and now I'm hearing Charlie Cox is being introduced as Daredevil into this. So I'm just like, well, he'll be voicing Daredevil, but I'm like, for what? Like he doesn't even know who Spider-Man is or who he could be, and his first interaction with Charlie Cox was in No Way Home. So now he's now going to be in freshman year.
Yeah,
like this doesn't. I mean, if they're going to do,
he met Matt Murdock. He didn't meet.
My thing is, if they're going to do a what if style to it, why don't they just make an episode of what if with that context instead of making a whole series of Spider-Man freshman year, like a what if style show. I don't understand the context.
I don't know. It looks good to me. I'm down.
I mean, it does look good. It does look good. But
visually, I love it. It's very like Darwin Cook as far as the art's concerned.
Yeah, a little artsy too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
And they gave Norman Osborn back his waves.
Yeah, they gave him a brother and gave him waves. I was like, okay, because I didn't know he was black until I saw this picture, and I was like, oh shit. And then they got Harry. He's I think he's the guy in the green on the side.
Oh, okay.
Harry. And Amadeus Cho, and I think this is supposed to be the girl from Runaways, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of interesting. They got a bunch of different characters in here, and the villains are interesting. Doc Ock and Scorpion. And
oh yeah.
Did they say that Tom is voicing the role? I missed.
They haven't announced that. He needs to, otherwise we're gonna have a Kaylee Cuoco monetization. So.
If Tom doesn't, I would love Yuri Lowenthal, the voice actor of the PS4 Spider-Man, to voice Spider-Man. That would be dope.
Yeah,
by the way, I had him on the show as well, so check.
They may as well just bring back
back for a little bit. Have you hop back for a little bit, Wally? Coming to the stage, ladies and gentlemen. Cuba Stocks, what's up?
Oh shit! Hey, shout out to my dad, John Starks. Famous New York Nick, and hold on, it took you forever to get me in, man. What the fuck happened?
I was having a conversation. That's what it took forever. That's
God damn.
Here we go. See, here we go. How you feeling about Comic-Con, Cuba? Damn.
It hadn't even been 2 minutes, and he already cut it.
Hell yeah, man. God damn, took you.
You want to talk about The Rock? You want to talk about your Uncle The Rock? You want to talk about your Uncle The Rock?
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, Black Adam, dog. Hey, I'm definitely gonna check that out. Real shit. When it come out, October?
Yeah.
The Rock is a goddamn anti-hero, man. I'm gonna check that out. And then I saw I did a reaction to the San Diego. That what y'all talking about, right?
Yep.
I seen I seen the video the guy did. So yeah, man, phase 4, 5, and a little bit of 6. Marvel with the Avengers, the Kang and Secret Wars.
KANG
Gonna be the end of
Dynasty and the
phase
Secret
6.
Wars.
So yeah. But I like it though. I think I definitely want to see that damn Blade.
Blade's interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
It better be rated. If it's
I'm
not
gonna be
rated
30
R,
years
I'm
old by the time the movies come out. I'm gonna be pissed at that. I'm like, God damn, man, we gotta wait 2 years for this shit.
Yeah, I just hope I live to 28, and I'll be happy.
I think we'll see some concept art in September at D23 of Blade. So that's what I'm hoping for because they just started shooting that movie.
Yeah. I hope it's good.
They're supposed to start filming in October.
Yeah, it's gonna start filming in October.
I thought they filmed it this month. My bad.
No, they said October. They pushed it back, I believe.
Wally called you a rude ass because you kicked him out and shit.
Oh, did he? I didn't see. What did he say? Did he say that in the chat?
He just said rude ass.
He did say that in the private chat.
You just kicked
him
out
chat.
for no reason.
I'm rude. Well, I wanted to give you your time to get your shit up. Anything else on Comic-Con?
Hold on. You gonna try to kick my ass out? Is that what it is, huh?
Yup.
You want to kick me out?
Yup.
Oh, God damn. Nah. I just want to say, I've reacted to the Black Panther. How y'all feel about the Black Panther? The trailers and the She-Hulk trailer. Y'all probably talked about it, but fuck it.
Now, we on our way, but we gonna
haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, you jumping the gun a little bit, but yeah.
Hey, well, I'm gonna keep jumping the goddamn gun because you about to kick me out and shit. So let me hear what you got to say real quick so I can leave.
I enjoyed it. As someone who thought that movie is going to be terrible, I really enjoyed it.
Wait, what?
What?
You thought Black Panther was terrible?
No, the new one coming up.
I was about to flame your ass if you was to say that.
No. Black Panther is my favorite MCU movie. So.
I was about to say, what the hell?
Y'all calm down.
Momentum was about to go in on your ass.
He was about to. Calm down.
Hey, you was about to get some light skins on your ass, man.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all better chill out. Slow it down. All right. Anyway, anything else?
Nah, that's it. Kick me out, then.
Bye. All right. That's cute, ladies and gentlemen. With the fuckery. All right.
Rude.
Anyway.
Finish talking.
Stop all his face.
Yeah, Cuba's got me. Cuba's got me.
All right.
Cuba.
I didn't realize he was in the middle of talking. I thought she was wrapping it up.
You're like, oh, Cuba's getting on. I'm like, all right, cool.
That was a straight comedy skit right there. That was so
God.
My bad.
For the audience that's watching, that was not scripted.
That was not scripted at all. That's my everyday life.
That was not scripted, everybody.
That was not scripted. There's certain people you grow up with and they stay around forever. So, what are we talking about? Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Something about it.
Something about it. You look good.
Yeah,
all right.
Looks fun.
Yeah, it looks great.
Another thing that surprised me. Yeah, Marvel Zombies, which I was kind of iffy on with the What If episode, but now that I know that it's TVMA.
Yeah, TVMA. This is mature, not for the kids.
Yeah, I'm more excited now because we can see some blood and some gore and some limbs getting ripped up.
There's no reason the Daredevil couldn't be now.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing.
That's a good point.
That's the thing.
And then we got the team of heroes. We got Shang-Chi. You got Miss Marvel,
Jimmy Woo,
Kate Bishop.
Yeah,
Katie.
Yelena, Kate Bishop. We got Miss Marvel, Death Dealer, Red Guardian, and I believe that's Kathy from Katie, whatever her name was, from Shang-Chi. So
yeah, Katie from Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ring.
Yeah, the Asians is definitely surviving, so that's good for them. That's nice. Good for them.
This news, Marvel Zombies, I'm ecstatic for this because when it comes to Marvel and so this is one of the things I never thought they would actually do but then people talked about this a little bit in What If, and then we saw a little bit of this in Multiverse of Madness with Zombie Strange. But the fact that we're getting a full-on Marvel zombie show, and it's gonna be bloody, it's gonna be gory, not gonna hold back from anything. I'm ecstatic. It's fun. It should be fun. It's gonna be creepy, but I am being ecstatic for this one. I got a lot of faith in this one.
Anybody else?
Be great.
Oh, I think it looks dope. I can't wait to see it, especially that lineup, like the photo you're showing now. I can't wait to see how they're going to deal with the the zombies, especially Black Widow's dad. So that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, they had was it Okoye was a zombie? They had Mr. Marvel, Icarus, Abomination.
Captain Marvel is a zombie. Scarlet Witch is a zombie.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch is already a zombie. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. So hopefully it's dope. Crit, how you feeling about Marvel zombies?
So this is not based off of the What If, right? Like, is this something separate?
Well, it's a continuation.
Yeah, continuation of the What If episode.
Yeah. Do you have the picture of the zombie lineup that shows the top half of Captain America is returning?
Yeah. I do not have that picture, but I know what you're talking about.
Right.
I'm excited for it. Then I mean, like Joshua said, if it's going to be blood and guts, I don't think it's going to be that wild. But hey, I'm gonna let my imagination run wild. You know, if it's going to be that, I'm gonna look forward to it, man. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah. I agree, but it's going to be wilder than that What If episode, which was very tame.
Yeah.
Very tame and yeah.
I'm just curious if Spider-Man, Black Panther, and Scott Lang are gonna show back up at all. Probably not, since Thanos was kind of waiting for him.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, that also means that Thanos is out there.
Zombie. We had Zombie Thanos, right? Wasn't that in the?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Zombie Thanos was at the end of that. So that also means that he's probably out there.
Yeah.
Unless these two things are taking place side by side.
What if they make Black Panther and Spider-Man zombies?
It's possible.
I mean, that's possible. Since I don't think Tom Holland's going to be voicing anything, and we know Chadwick Boseman's not voicing anything for obvious reasons. So in the comic, Black Panther was like the only one that survived, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, Black Panther, it was the one who was in the situation that Scott was in that episode where they were eating him.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like Spider-Man was in the last episode, or was in the episode.
Yeah, and what if he was in the episode? I think
it was Josh Keaton who voiced him.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. Yeah, and then wasn't he like the leader of the squad in a sense?
I think he became the leader after everyone else died.
Yeah, something like that. I haven't watched that episode so long.
Oh no, I'm wrong. Sorry, they were eating Black Panther because he was missing a leg at the end.
He has one leg.
Yeah, they were doing to Black Panther what they actually did in the comic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Scott got blown up or whatever, right? And they just saved his head.
Right.
I just remember Zombie Wanda coming in and getting into a fight with somebody. I was like, oh shit.
That's like one of two episodes from that I liked.
Yeah.
It was Wanda and the Hulk.
All right.
That was
yeah.
All right. So that was earlier, and then the second day, at the end of the show, Kevin Feige came out there. He shitted on everybody, man. He came out there. He shitted on everybody. Kevin Feige said, "I know y'all been having your problems with Phase 4, but guess what?
Shut up.
That shit over with. End of the year, we done with it. 2024, we got the multiverse saga. Holy shit! So we have in Phase 6, but first, before we get into that, they gave us the She-Hulk trailer, which I will admit I like the first trailer a little bit more.
Yeah,
but this does give us this gives us a better vibe of what the show is going to be. It's going to be a flat out comedy, which I'm fine with. How y'all feeling about She-Hulk?
I personally I like it.
I thought the trailer was okay, but it's giving me a little bit it's get. rem- Sorry.
Good.
It gives me a lot more of what the show is gonna be. I do like the characters She-Hulk and other cartoons.
Yes.
I'm a little iffy on this, so I'm going into this optimistic. I do like the casting of Tatiana Maslany, so this should be fine.
Great.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna enjoy this. At first I was a little worried. I had to watch it again. I thought it was gonna be one of those situations where she was gonna out Hulk the Hulk, and I was like, he's been fighting in all these wars, and all of a sudden she's better than the Hulk. I had to watch it again. He's just teaching her. I was like, he's just teaching her, and he's just be like, you just do this, and she just does it better. Now I can do it better than that. It's like really not a competition. So I was like, no, it's cool. It's cool. You know, so
that's her character though. She's always been able to control the Hulk rage more than Bruce because she's not as traumatized. So that makes sense. You know, I saw that. I was like, okay. Nagasi, thoughts on She-Hulk?
So I've learned this with Phase 4. I hold off all judgment on any TV show until the end.
I feel you.
Real hyped and excited for it, and I get to like either the first couple episodes, the middle of the season, or at the end, and I'm like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
I feel you.
It looks good. I personally thought the first one was better, but again, like we already said, the second one definitely gives us more of like a comedic type of show, and I'm cool with that. I'm just gonna have to hold off judgment until we get to the end. But hopefully this is like that's the corner.
Yeah, that's what I've been feeling lately with Phase 4. Even though I don't hate Phase 4, it's been going a little bit of a Star Trek route for me, where you have the good ones, you have the meh ones, and you have the bad ones. Like,
Yeah.
The TV shows.
CUBA ain't shit.
The TV shows. Yeah, as far as TV shows goes, like WandaVision, I loved it. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I loved it. Miss Marvel,
I love that too.
Stumbled a little bit, but I enjoyed it. WandaVision is my favorite of the Disney Plus shows, by the way. I didn't see What If. I did not bother with Loki. I let the finale get spoiled for me, but I didn't really have a problem with it.
You weren't missing anything.
I was really frustrated with Hawkeye. Most.
Oh yeah, that was garbage.
I did enjoy most of it, but some of it was a little frustrating.
I get tired of
and
Kate
Moon
Bishop
Knight,
whooping
I have a love-hate relationship.
The fuck?
The same thing's been going with the movie. The same thing goes for the movies too.
Right.
So far, the only two movies I've been frustrated with are Love and Thunder, but Eternals is the one I have the most frustrations with and had the most disappointment with. But the other movies, Multiverse of Madness, No Way Home, Shang-Chi, I thought those were great as well. And Black Widow I thought was alright too, but should have came out a little bit earlier. So this can go either way. Either this can go the good side of Phase 4, or it could go the very mixed side of this. But I'm gonna hold off my judgment. I'm gonna watch the show and see how it lands, because it does have my interest. And also we got Daredevil.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to go with.
Comic book actor suits.
Hey, bro, real quick before you do that though, the story that came out like a couple weeks ago, nothing's been confirmed about Love and Thunder, about how they capped Taika Waititi off to like only to keeping the movie under 2 hours. Do y'all think there's any credibility with that, or do y'all feel like that's?
I think it's very credible.
Yeah. I don't think so.
I think it's credible, but even if it's 2 hours, that movie could have still been better.
The only reason why I don't think so is because that very article, like, Taika didn't say that. The interviewer said that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's credible. So, but no, I don't. I mean, but then again, Kevin Feige, before a movie is ever released, and even the series, he puts his final touches on it, regardless if the director agrees with it or not. So
I don't think that was.
I
don't think that was Feige. I think it was Bob Chapek. Yeah, I think it was Bob Chapek.
Yeah, Bob Chapek.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So
even if it wasn't under 2 hours, that Love and Thunder that should have been way better.
Yeah. Even if it's I agree. Like they could have edited runtime. I'm not buying that as an excuse. But anyway, what was I about to say? Yeah, so at the end of the trailer, friggin' Matt Murdock, Daredevil pops up, and which is dope, but I was not expecting the red and gold. I was not expecting that. Like a lot of people was like,
that shocked the hell out of me.
Yeah. Alex, go ahead.
I was like, they're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed the trailer
in it.
Yeah, that's
I enjoyed the trailer of She-Hulk, and I think they are sticking to her roots of her. Because like if you watch like ever watch the animated Hulk show, she was a little bit more, I guess, comedic in a sense, but also serious. And in the comics, her and Daredevil did have, I mean, they're both lawyers, so they did have run-ins. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Daredevil pop up, I was like, oh, that's dope. But if anyone has ever seen the comic book of Daredevil and his red and gold, that version of Daredevil is very lethal. So, but I don't know if Disney's really going to go that way. So, and this doesn't look like, I don't know if this is the right show to introduce that type of Daredevil to. I'm interested to see it like y'all, but like I have to agree, Hawkeye, shitty. Again, I brought it up. Kate Bishop beating Kingpin after we seen the same motherfucker whip Daredevil's ass and whip everybody else's ass, and then you meet a girl with a bow and arrow that she barely knows how to use. Like,
look, she's got gadgets.
I didn't hate.
So did Daredevil, and he lost.
Hawkeye.
He lost.
It's more the love-hate type thing. But Kate Bishop, I do need to. That's a character I'm gonna have to grow on. Because right now I'm a little frustrated with that character too.
Definitely, but personally, I like the trailer. I want to see more of it. I do think though we'll probably get. I think what they're teasing with the whole Daredevil is whatever his involvement is going to continue over into Echo, and then he's going to be involved in Echo, and then we'll get his series. I believe it's called Born Again, which is based off the Daredevil comic book Born Again. So I'm interested to see where that connectivity goes. But to the question of the trailer, I thought the trailer was pretty solid. I liked it a little bit more than the first one, but I did agree with Critical. At first, I thought that she was going to out Hulk him, and I was like, please don't make this a CW Supergirl show.
Yeah, I agree.
I was like, what the fuck?
I don't hate that show.
Other than that, it was pretty dope.
Yeah. What was I about to say? Yeah. Okay. So I guess we can hop into it. So yeah, Charlie Cox is coming back with Daredevil, which I think is dope. And they hit us with the shock of 18 episodes.
Yeah. An actual season of television. Yeah, not this 6-episode shit. But I have a theory on that. I have a really interesting theory on that.
I do too. So
20-minute episodes. Yeah.
I was about to say 8 episodes could either be 3 seasons of 6 episodes, or it can be 2 seasons of 9 episodes, which I think is what it's going to be.
I don't even think it's that. I think like if you really look at it, if you look at all of the Disney Plus shows, right? All of them have like heavy special effects. You don't need that with Daredevil. And I think that's cutting the cost in half, which adds more money to the pot to produce more episodes. I think we're getting all 18 episodes in season 1 because like Daredevil doesn't have superpowers. He's fighting ninjas and they don't even have superpowers.
You just need a good story.
I think it's going to be a very grounded series because it's kind of like how they did Netflix. Like in Netflix, in all 3 seasons, we don't see Daredevil doing something outside of his norm. So I think it's not going to cost that much. That's why we're getting 18. But then again, I could be so wrong.
No, it shouldn't really cost that much. But 18, I'm more happy on the fact that we're moving away from the usual 6 into at least 10 to 18 episodes because if I'm being honest, 6 episodes is not really enough. You need at least 8 to 10 or something like this show is to fully flesh out what you're trying to do. And the fact that they're doing it with Daredevil and he's going to be born again, we're going to get Charlie Cox, He'll go get Vincent D'Onofrio, and there was also rumors that Elektra might show up in
That'd
the
be cool.
show. I don't. I'm on board with it. If you keep the grounded take of Netflix, like continue it here, and you ain't gotta have that much CGI. Just have some good fight choreography, some good well shot action. I think it'll be great. But keep it TVMA.
Yeah. Nagasi, how you feeling about Daredevil coming back?
I'm probably one of the few people that was more excited than Spider-Man No Way Home when I saw Charlie Cox in the rest of the movie. I lost my shit.
Right.
Because I mean, that's the level of excellence that Daredevil was on Netflix is just, I feel like it's still underrated how good that show really was and how upset a lot of people were when it got canceled. So I'm hyped. But like Joshua said, I just hope that they continue that grounded tradition of just like, we don't need to do all the extra stuff. Just tell a good story. I hope they bring some of the additional cast back. I don't forgot some of the names. Like Peggy,
Foggy,
yeah. I hope they bring some
Foggy Nelson, Karen Page.
Yeah. So that's really all I want. I mean, Daredevil is like, I feel like I hesitate to say like you can't mess it up, but I feel like they really shouldn't mess it up, given like what it has been. Like you really just need to continue telling that story, like the next logical chapter.
Yeah, given some of the fact that some of the other Netflix shows were more grounded, like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, and The Punisher and Iron Fist, there's no real reason you can screw it up. And if you haven't watched the show, the first 3 seasons, go straight to Disney Plus. Go watch that. It's awesome.
Yeah, check it out.
Also, I like his portrayal in Defenders too. I actually really like Defenders.
Yeah, he was good in Defenders too.
Yeah, I really
people shitted on Defenders. It was fun.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I didn't hate the Defenders. A lot of people hated it.
Yeah, Wally, how you feeling about Charlie Cox coming back?
I like Charlie Cox. Man, you guys are gonna butcher me. I didn't finish watching the show,
Yeah,
the original.
How far did you get into it?
No,
about halfway
season
through.
1.
It's completely.
I got halfway through season 2.
It's on Disney
season
Plus
2.
now.
I did 1.5 seasons.
That was my favorite season.
Bro, I hate Elektra. I hate Elektra.
Is there a reason why you hate her?
It was blind.
Say what?
What's the reason why you hate her?
God, just annoying in that show specifically, not the
She was
character in
dope.
the comics in general.
She was dope.
I don't hate Elektra as a character in the comics.
Lodi Young was awesome.
I just found she's fine. I don't hate the actress.
Lodi Young was great, but
I don't hate the actress. I just found her really annoying in the show, and I was like, nah, I can't. The more she's in it, I don't want to watch it.
I kind of I'm with him on that because like they kept teasing she was like this great force of darkness, and she was just a lethal badass. That's it.
It was different. What was it called? I forget what it was called. I don't even remember. I ain't watched that in a while.
Yeah.
Crit, how you feeling about Daredevil?
Daredevil. So I have to be honest with you. The first movie Daredevil put a bad taste in my mouth about Daredevil. I had some of the comics.
You still hanging on to that?
I have to, man. And then when I watched the series
with the movie.
Because I was like, well, the series was good. And then after a while, it was just kind of like, and then Luke Cage came out, and I was excited for Luke Cage, and then it was like, we're not going to get that again. I have a feeling we're not going to get Luke Cage again. Because
he's coming back. They're bringing it back.
I don't think so.
They bringing it back.
Probably will.
They're bringing it back. I don't think it's going to be Mike Coulter. I don't
do it.
You think they're going to bring back Coulter?
I don't think they bringing Coulter back, but
I don't think they bring the characters back. I mean, for what?
I do think they'll probably bring back Mike Coulter and Kristen Ritter back. But
I think. Go ahead, Joshua. I'm sorry.
But like I'm saying, if you're gonna bring back any show to redo it again, Iron Fist needs to fix that because I hated Iron Fist. I hated it.
Yeah, they can leave Iron Fist in there.
I'm fine with that dying in Netflix.
Good. You can.
Yeah. I don't think they'll bring back Luke Cage as a character Mike Coulter he's dropped some hints that he might come back, but I don't think they'll. Oh wow, CUBA, bro, he not even in the video, and he's still, going in like. Wow. But yeah, I don't think they'll bring back Luke Cage because like At which point, like, I'm trying to figure out how much value would he add to the MCU, in terms of what they're trying to build. Because
I would say solidarity. Well, you get the street level. You got the street level with Daredevil.
Yeah, but we kind of get that solidarity with She-Hulk though. Like, she's gonna be grounded.
Yeah,
She's not street level though. She's a lawyer. We got to get somebody for the people. See,
this is my thing.
You got a black Captain America. You can have
the reason why I feel like
we're getting the different sides of the MCU.
Yeah,
you have the street side of Marvel. You have the cosmic side. You have the multiverse side. Then you have the Spider-Verse side with Tom Holland and potentially Miles Morales. Then you have the villain side and such. So
I just feel like what Luke Cage brought, like Luke Cage brought game. They're not gonna have a black man in the Marvel with game. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be like Falcon. He's gonna be with his sister. He loves his sister. He's what's going on?
I agree with that, but it's like the people of Wakanda, they, you know, they got a little game.
It's a certain energy that Luke Cage brought, man, and I loved and I enjoyed, and it was a realism. You know what I'm saying? But then we get like how they made Falcon. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't get a love interest. You know what I'm saying? I don't know anybody that's a black male in the Marvel that has a love interest.
They keep.
You did bring up that comment, that question a while back, and I was kind of struggling on that one.
No.
I mean, Black Panther did.
And Nakia. I mean, obviously, that's not a thing now.
They were separate.
Yeah, but at the end, yeah.
But
that was his love interest still.
It was still his love interest.
It just wasn't his active love interest.
He froze. That's what he did. He froze.
Literally and figuratively.
Oh, man.
He did freeze in that movie for real.
Yeah, he did. I absolutely think they're going to bring back Luke Cage. Maybe not Mike Coulter. I think they should, but if they don't, they're definitely gonna have Luke Cage in there because once they are creatively dry for ideas, they're gonna be like, all right, well, what do we do? Oh, we'll pit our teams of heroes together. So we'll do Defenders versus Avengers. They gotta have the Defenders.
Defenders versus okay.
I mean, I know I said it out loud, and I think it's a stupid idea, but that doesn't mean that they won't do it.
Well, why would it be stupid? Because we got something like
more so of a what if story than an actual live action story.
Sure.
Doctor Strange is a Defender, isn't he?
Technically, in the history of comics, yes.
Because he said he's not an Avenger.
But
he's an Avenger, sort of.
Yeah.
No, he said he's not an Avenger.
He said he's not, but I call Cap on that.
I call all Cap because I call Cap on that one. If that's the case, he
wouldn't have done what he
did in Endgame and Infinity War.
But you know who's not an Avenger and never has been?
Who?
Daredevil.
That's a good point.
He is part of the Defenders, but Luke Cage is an Avenger.
He is.
So if you bring in Luke Cage, you can
have
Luke Cage be the
back.
Avengers.
All I ask is that they bring Rosario Dawson back. That's all
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Her and Simone.
Bring back Misty Knight.
Yeah.
I thought that would be. I think that would be dope. Yeah.
Give her an actual good looking robot arm.
Well, yeah, they'll have a budget.
Yeah.
She'll get some
you can put your arm through that shit. I was like, really?
Yeah. She had that Danny Rand tech. She could get that. She could get that Stark tech. Yeah. Upgrade that shit.
Danny Rand tech. She couldn't go to Wakanda.
So she had whatever fucking Tyrese was wearing in Morbius.
No.
I'm trying to figure out why was Tyrese even there.
That's probably gonna go down as one of the biggest disappointments. That was such a disappointment.
That was good. Oh my god, damn it! All right, shit. Okay, so where are we at? So I've been holding this off, but I guess we can get into it because I know this is what everybody want to talk about. So, Phase 4. Oh, now the guys is gone. You know, I'm gonna wait till the guys to come back. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna wait till the.
All right, we can keep shitting on Tyrese then.
So you know what? Screw it. Let's go. Okay, he's back. All right. So.
Oh wow!
That
I
was a
thought
good
you was
one.
about to cut him out and
Thank
bring Cuba back in. You
No, I wasn't going. No, Cuba's gone. Cuba's not in the break. No. Cuba's not. Cuba's. I don't know what he's doing right now. But anyway, what was I about to? So we find out that Phase 4 is ending with Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and there's a lot. And like I said, I was very worried about this movie. Yep, shout out for Queen Shuri there. Yes. And I was worried about this film just because of the production. I was worried whether Boseman was still here or not. I still was going to be worried. Like, could they really nail a sequel to such a big film? Yeah. And I got to say, after seeing that trailer, yeah, a lot of people saying it was messing with them, and I was like, all right, this is a trailer, y'all. But I watched it. Yeah, I was getting some feels, man. It was getting.
I thought it was me. I thought it was the wuss in here. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that trailer fucked me up.
Man, all I gotta say is Angela Bassett. That's all I gotta say.
Oh man,
that scene. You know what? I really
I was like, Angela Bassett got me going.
Yeah, like that scene where Angela is like, "You took my family.
Like my family's gone, people. And I need." Yeah, I was like, "Yo."
She's like, "I need everything."
Bro, I broke down because I was like, "Holy shit!" And I was just like, I'm starting to think, and now I don't know how true this is, but I think they're about to make, or at least they're leading that. We know that Chadwick died, but since now his mom is the queen, was she Black Panther at one point during
she was
his
adorable.
absence?
She was adorable. Oh, that's actually a good question. I didn't even think about that.
That's what I think they're leaning into. I'm not saying she's Black Panther. I'm saying that during maybe a short term of his absence, she took on that mantle. And man, that scene right there, oh God, it fucked me up. But when we see, I'm glad you brought this picture up. This scene right here.
Yep.
I just left Wakanda. That's Shuri. I really believe that is Shuri.
I think it's
look at the Cavs. Look at the Cavs.
I'm telling you. Do not let this fool. I'm telling you that is Shuri. The hands are too small. I really think that's Shuri. I could be wrong, but I don't believe that's a man.
No, I don't think that's a male either. Yeah, that's not a dude's figure.
I mean, if you think about the trailer too, though, like that moment where she like comes down to that little like chamber where they like building all the gadgets and stuff, and she dabs up that girl that we don't know who that is yet.
It's
Ironheart.
Ironheart.
Yes, that's the same thing that Chadwick did in the first one. He went down there and was dapping her up, like, okay, yeah, I'm Black Panther. She in that same spot.
Give me my shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of those outreaches that they created at the end of the film, and it seems like it's going to get attacked. And I think someone's like setting up a war between Wakanda and Atlantis. It's I'm guessing either Zemo or Dr. Doom. Those are my two picks on that one.
Well, isn't Zemo locked up?
Exactly. He was locked up. Yeah, he was locked up in Civil War too, and he fucked some shit up.
Yeah, but he got out. Yeah, you're right.
You're right. Crick, how you feeling, man?
All right. Lupita is so sexy. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. Yeah. Dorothy Steele. That's the elder. She died at 95. She was in the room. She's actually still in the movie though. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful costumes as always. The funeral scene was beautiful. Seeing Shuri, the way Letitia was just crying, that messed me up. You know what I'm saying? Like the way somebody was just holding her, those were real tears of her thinking about Chadwick. You know, I need to think about my grandmother. I need to think about my mother. No, that was real tears. At first, I thought the baby that was being born underwater for some weird reason was T'Challa's kid because I was hearing rumors about that. But that was Namor. That was Namor. And then when they jumped on the ship, that was like a finding. I think they were trying to find like the Atlanteans. You know what I mean? Ironheart is thick. I'm toxic. She's 25, so it's all good. Did you see Namor's bloomers? Namor had the Tully Blanchard, Ric Flair fighting Dusty Rhodes 85 bloomers. Crazy.
He
Angela
did.
Bassett's speech, dope. Ironheart's armor, cool. Dope. I can't wait. At first, I wasn't ready for it. After Chadwick passed, I thought it was going to be trash. This pulled me back in. I'm good.
Hey, real quick, I gotta shout this out though, because I know he produced like a lot of the music in the first Black Panther, but having Kendrick Lamar's "All Right" switch in was everything, and I mean it was slowed down to perfection. It's like you know they be taking clips of like different songs and they just slowed up. Like I mean, legit. When it came in, I felt that it just heightened this trailer up like 10 times.
That's my favorite album of his. The Black Panther album is dope.
Yep. Absolutely.
Josh, your thoughts?
Well, I gotta say, I was also pretty scared of this movie before the trailer because now that Chadwick is no longer with us, I was like, there's no way they can pull this sequel off without him. But after seeing that trailer, you can tell that this is made with love for him. And a lot of the shots in the trailer, a lot of the moments, Shuri crying and then her building her armor, a lot of those emotional moments hits. Angela Bassett's speech, I almost started crying after watching the trailer because it's emotional. And I love the first Black Panther, and it's one of my favorites in the MCU, if not in my top 10. But this, man,
it's hard to bet against Ryan Coogler. I agree. It's hard to bet against Ryan Coogler.
It's hard.
That's messed with Atlanta did to Brian too, man. Ryan, I mean,
it's emotional watching this trailer, and it's gonna be a hell of emotional with a lot of people in November.
Yeah. Wally, how you feel about the return of your favorite character?
Who's my favorite character?
It's on screen.
Oh wow! I'm not gonna say what everybody is thinking right about now. I'm really not gonna say.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I mean, I was worried he wasn't gonna be in it. To be honest,
I had to change it.
I'm glad he'll be there. It's good to feel represented. Yeah. I mean, it is.
I know, right? Right? You know how it feels, right? Like,
I know.
You're so fucked up for that.
I'm so glad.
Yeah,
I was concerned. I really was.
You want my actual opinion? Obviously this is a good trailer. I remember when they announced the sequel not long after Chadwick passed away, and you and I were talking, and there's a video on your channel of it where like my biggest worry was like how do you make a sequel? Like how is that even possible without Black Panther? And like obviously it's a legacy in the comics, but like how do you do it? Like that there's so many difficulties of like how do you honor a man who actually died in real life? How do you make him dying on screen or going away on screen, whatever you decide to do, like good? Like how do you do that?
How you pull it off?
And I don't know if I have confidence that it's going to be good, and I have all the confidence in Ryan Coogler as well as all of the other actors on set that this entire movie was made with Chadwick in mind, obviously, and I'm sure it's going to pay homage and honor his legacy. I still feel like it's going to be hard to watch without him, though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're going to feel the absence of him, and I'm sure. Well, I think that the hardest part is like, what are they going to do with his character? Genuinely.
I don't know how y'all feel, but I feel they need to recast. I think they're going to take their time with it.
I think what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And my dad and I actually talked about this earlier. Was I think they're going. Have you read The Death of Captain Marvel in comics?
With the
Which
cancer.
one?
Yeah, where he died of cancer.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
original Captain Marvel. Yeah, with
The
cancer.
original Captain Marvel,
Oh,
Marvel,
okay.
and he died of cancer.
Yeah.
And the whole point of that story was, no matter how super you are, cancer can do you in.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer is the ultimate evil. I wonder if they're going to try and adapt that a little bit.
I didn't even think about that.
Since they can't do it with that character, I wonder if they're going to try and use that a little bit and really, because unfortunately he did pass away of cancer.
From cancer. Yeah, that's a good theory.
So I wonder if they're going to put that in the movie and basically just have it be like a big like fuck you cancer, like really.
Yeah.
To answer what you said about recasting and stuff like that, like when he died, I remember I did a live stream about it. I never really worried about how they were going to move forward with Black Panther 2 because I trust Marvel and Ryan Coogler. They did originally have a script with Chadwick in the movie. They had plans with him continuing the franchise. I think though, it is fair to say when you're going into the movie, like, how are they going to tell this story without him being there? But I do feel as though, I mean, I don't know how y'all really felt, but when I watched the movie, I never felt like Chadwick wasn't there. I just didn't feel me personally. Now, obviously, he's physically not there, but I see it on the actor's face that they were making this with him in mind.
Right.
And that spirit was there. Now, to the point of recasting, I'm like, okay, I see where people make the point of like no actor is above the character in a sense, right? Like for instance, we have a million versions of Batman, right? Everybody under the sun has played Batman. We have a million versions of James Bond, right? So I get that narrative. But I think the reason why in this case is a little bit different, we never had another version of Black Panther, and Chadwick did a really good job. And come to find out that he died from cancer, and when he was making this movie, he was trying to make this movie for a lot of Black kids and other kids who are struggling with the same thing while having cancer.
Yeah.
And for Kevin Feige to recast him, I think from a business decisions wise, I think it would have been a lot more hell than help. I think they really wanted to make this movie to honor him while telling, furthering the story of Wakanda. So I that's why I kind of agree with them not miscast or recasting him, because after Chadwick, whoever they put in that role,
Chadwick is T'Challa.
Chadwick is T'Challa.
Yeah, exactly.
If they put someone else as T'Challa, I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't do it. But
because you would know.
Yeah,
Got a theory.
When it comes, because
when
you really think about it, Chadwick, the way he played T'Challa, you bought him as a character. And to add to what Momentum is saying, the fact that yes, we do have different actors of James Bond. We do have different actors who play Superman. We do have different actors who play Spider-Man. We've had different versions of 007.
Superman. Yeah.
But in this case, I do understand why some people felt they should recast it. But at the same time, I am going to side with Kevin Feige and the producers, because to recast that role would have a lot of people, most of the majority, be very upset, because Chadwick, Chadwick put everything he had into it, even though he was dying from colon cancer at the time. He put everything he got into it. And I think it's best if they just, whatever they choose to do with his character in the movie, how they're gonna do it, just leave it there and not disrespect his legacy by recasting him. But I can see why some people are for the recast of T'Challa. But I think on my case, my point of view, it doesn't matter who you cast, you're not gonna top Chadwick. There's just
Okay.
is no way.
Yeah, I agree with that. Crit, go ahead, Crit.
Yeah, so I do hear everyone's sentiment because that's what my sentiment was at first. I was like, yo, you can't, you know, like Chadwick was a legend to this character. But then I thought back on it, like, and everybody, and even when I started to change my mind and I'm thinking about Black Panther, and people be like, well, Black Panther is never going to be lost because it's a mantle. It's always going to be passed on. But the thing is, one thing about Kal-El or Superman or Clark Kent, when Christopher Reeves got paralyzed, I felt some type of way that there was another Superman. But guess what?
You had murder beef with murder beef with Dean Cain.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
somewhat, you know. But you know, I didn't even watch it. I didn't even watch that version of Superman, to be honest. But to be honest with you, T'Challa, the character, is going to be lost forever. Now, unless they have a child named T'Challa, but that child, like, yeah, you can always have Black Panther, but T'Challa is going to be gone. We're not going to hear from him anymore unless you watch the old Black Panther movies or read the comic book where T'Challa is alive now, I believe. I don't know if they killed him off yet.
Yeah,
but the thing is, he's alive. See, but that character is gone forever. Now the mantle will be around, but the character T'Challa, he's going to be forgotten, unfortunately. Isn't it? Because Steve Rogers is always going to be around. Kal-El, you know, Bruce Wayne, everybody's going to be around continuously, but T'Challa's going to be lost, man. And I feel like that's a shame.
And real quick, just to add on what you said, because you hit exactly where I was about to go with it, with Steve Rogers. I feel like for me, given where all like the MCU's been for like the first 3 phases, because Tony Stark, RDJ, that's like he like top 3 favorite MCU character for me. And again, a lot of people feel that way about Captain America, and I see why. Yeah. At this point, I'm not gonna say, God forbid anything ever happened to either of those two. I know technically they're out of the MCU, but everyone can always come back into the MCU. I would never buy another person as Iron Man or Captain America ever at all, because it's like they've done so much for that character to this point. It's like I just couldn't buy it. So for me, the next logical step is to have Shuri, because it's like it makes sense not only for the confines of the story, but it makes sense based on reality. Because it's like this is a loss, like a genuine loss. And so you have to actually intertwine that into the story. I think this is probably going to be one of the best performances that a lot of these people are going to have in a while, because you have to dig deep and go to a place of like actual pain and like loss to actually deliver to this. Because if they got anybody to play T'Challa, not saying that person like wouldn't be genuine in the performance that they're going to deliver, I just couldn't get the image of Chadwick Boseman out of my head. I'm like, that's just not it.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and I think to that point, real quick, I'm not going to spend too long, but to that point, even when Robert Pattinson got cast as Batman, people kept saying, "Oh, I can't picture him as Batman," and then we get the Batman.
Then we get it.
The Batman was pretty good, but he was still being compared to Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton. Like Michael Keaton at age 90 is back as Batman. The fuck, like you know,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But,
Batman is still around, so
right. But every Batman, I mean, from Keaton to Kilmer to Clooney, they were all technically playing the same Bruce Wayne. But
that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Pretty much every other casting is technically a different Superman. It's a different James Bond, or it doesn't matter in the universe. And then that character or that actor wasn't replaced because they passed away. In this situation, like Chadwick was T'Challa, and anyone who would come in and play T'Challa for the MCU would be replacing Chadwick. They're not playing an alternate version of T'Challa, which I think Brogi was going to mention that a theory, multiverse. Because I've heard
we got a little something called the KANG Dynasty.
Yeah,
you know about Kang. You like to fuck with timelines.
Yeah,
we are clearly in the multiverse side, and we also called Secret Wars, which also played with the multiverse. Of various multiverse stuff, we might run into a random version of T'Challa, and I think there's going to be some weird, unification of the different multiverses, and we might end up with a new T'Challa. I think that would probably, that's just a theory. If they do it, I don't know if they are going to do it, but I'm saying there's a possibility to do it.
I think they're more likely at this point to bring back Killmonger and just make him good.
Hey,
Now, if they do that, I
didn't say, like I said,
hope they
I didn't say it was a
don't.
good idea, but
right.
as opposed
Yeah.
to doing a new T'Challa, they might be
Yeah,
like, all right, well,
Okay,
here's
we can
I'm
bring
Killmonger.
I'm okay with that if they bring back
T'Challa. That
him
seems
as
a
a good
little weird.
person
Yeah, that
instead
seems
of
a little
bringing a
odd.
new T'Challa. If that
Right.
were the debate,
I think if they did that, that's what they would do.
Right. Or they don't even have to do it T'Challa. He could be like Critical said. It could be an alternate universe version of T'Challa's son, who happens to be an adult. He comes in, he takes over the mantle. They could do that too.
They can bring in the
but
Ultimate Universe
there
Steve
could-
Rogers.
there
No,
could be
don't do that.
some truth
Don't
to
do
that
that.
theory,
Don't
though.
you fucking don't no.
What did he say?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
There
He
could
said
be some
he
truth to
said
that
they could
theory.
break in the ultimate version of Black Panther in the Ultimate Universe. Black Panther was Captain America in the disguise as Black Panther. That's what
Oh
he
yeah,
said.
that was
So
stupid. Yeah,
he was-
we're not doing that. We're not
In
doing
Black
that.
blackface.
Panther couldn't talk, right? But did he have a throat?
There was also
Yeah, he couldn't
T'Challa
talk.
was also there.
Yeah,
T'Challa
later.
did
mean,
exist in that universe.
There could be some truth because Wakanda Forever is the last film in Phase 4.
Yep.
So however that movie plays out, it's going to wrap up Phase 4 and then introduce us into Phase 5, and then we ultimately don't know who's in that Black Panther suit. Now I do think it's Shuri.
I think
It
it's
could
Shuri.
be an alternate version of Chadwick. If they
Yeah,
do that,
Yeah, I do
I
think it's
I personally think
Shuri.
that would be the royally screwing us. In my opinion, only because Phase 4 has not been all that great, and you're gonna give us potentially the most culturally important movie of this year,
At
and
the end
you're
of
gonna
it.
give us a new Chadwick, or excuse me, a new T'Challa from the multiverse that's already been fucked
Yeah.
up in some
Yeah.
films and universe. I don't know if that's a good play.
Right.
So
That's why I
Marvel, if
said
you're
Phase
watching,
6.
I don't know
Drag
if
it
that's
out.
wise.
That's why I said Phase 6. They can drag it out, give it a little time, and then pop it on us. I'm just saying. That's just my theory. But
Did you have that Boss Logic
honestly,
picture
I
of
think
Hydra
it's
Cap?
best if
yes.
Shuri takes over as Black Panther. I think it's much easier because either way, whether it's a multiverse, T'Challa or Shuri, you're putting yourself in a no-win-win situation.
Yeah.
But
And they might have to recast Shuri.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, okay.
She's
So
been a
this-
PR
Go.
She's been a
You said you
PR
had something
nightmare
to
for
tell us.
them.
So this is the thing I was bringing up. So on Twitter, there was the post where Letitia Wright was like, "Yeah, it was rough for us. It was a tough time to film this, to film the movie on set because there was a lot of stuff we had to get through, and there was a lot of reports and rumors that because it was the height of COVID and the COVID restrictions, she was very anti getting the shot, and that caused some issues with them filming on the set. So there's been talks that they might even recast Shuri. So I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, keep in mind she
It was
did
true or
get.
not. Yeah.
There reports though she did get hurt on set multiple times. Now I don't know how true that is.
Exactly.
Also we don't know if she not wanting to get the shot. I don't know if that's really been confirmed yet. But a lot of major trades were saying that, like what Brogi said, that she was essentially a problem child on the set because she did not want to get the shot. Now I don't think they're gonna not cast her because of that reason, but then again I could be wrong. It is Disney.
It
So.
is
Her
Disney,
body, her
yeah.
choice.
Exactly.
You can't recast my baby, god dog it. Her body, her choice, goddamn it.
Yeah.
That's my damn sure.
Yeah.
Facts. So I'm just breaking that up. But anyway, what was I about to say? So yeah, phase 5 looking pretty damn good. I gotta say, phase 5 is looking pretty damn good. We finally have an idea of where direction we're going in. A lot of projects that they showcase. And I want to hear from y'all. I want to hear from each of y'all. What is your most excited project out of Phase 5 right now? We got Ant-Man 3, Loki Season 2, The Marvels, Echo, Secret Invasion, Blade, Ironheart, Agatha's show. We got Captain America, NWO, Daredevil Born Again, and the Thunderbolts. So I'm gonna go to Alex. I'm going to you first. What's your most excited project out of Phase 5 you're feeling right now?
Do I have to pick one?
I mean, I just okay. A list of some of your favorites. So, but
okay, so the most one, the biggest one out of Phase 5, I'm really interested in is Captain America: New World Order. I think my theory is this is the first time America has seen a black man represent Captain America, him being the face of that. So those words, New World Order. Now, if we take it back to reality, if any person who said those words, that's a very different meaning to a lot of black people.
Yeah.
New World Order doesn't really include us. So now that Captain America is a black man, I'm wondering, is there going to be what I think they're teasing, which they did in Falcon and Winter Soldier, is that there are going to be people who are accepting of the fact that Sam is our captain, but the government and the people who control politics and maybe some right-winger people or not are going to feel some type of way about that. And then whoever that villain is,
that is actually not a bad idea to go.
Right, and whoever that villain is probably gonna, there's gonna be some there that particular wording, New World Order, that signals to me this is gonna be a very deep, intellectual, and even I won't say race baiting, but a very racial tension movie that I think Marvel's really trying to do. And I don't know that for a fact, but when they say Captain America: New World Order, those three words mean something completely different to a lot of different people. So for that to be in that film, I don't know. Like I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with that. And also Daredevil Born Again. They kind of teased the Born Again storyline in season 3 of Daredevil in Netflix.
They essentially did the storyline in season 3. I think they're just using the name because it's a recognizable name. But season 3 was essentially that storyline.
Right. So I want to see, but I want to see them go a little bit further into it because there were certain things that they did left out. But you're right, they essentially did do that in season 3. So I'm very interested to see where this Daredevil goes. And I mentioned it earlier when we were talking about She-Hulk. The gold and red, the gold and black suit is when Daredevil was his most lethalist. Like he wasn't necessarily killing people, but he was breaking limbs. He was like Batman on 10. Like he was really going there with some of these people. So if that's where they're going and still making it PG-13, Disney Plus now has become TV MA. So if that's the case, I think they should go that far in Daredevil. They probably shouldn't use words like fuck, but I mean, hey, I think that they should definitely go that far. My last and final pick is Ironheart. I think now here's the thing. I will say this is gonna be very controversial. Ironheart, the comic book, is a shitty comic book.
Wait, hold on.
It is a shitty comic book. I hate that you did that.
No, get your shit off. Get your shit off.
Ironheart is a shitty comic book, but I trust the MCU, and I'm really interested to see why Riri is going to become another version of Iron Man. And obviously, we saw her in Black Panther, the Wakanda Forever trailer. So whatever happens in that movie is definitely going to spin off into her series. So I'm interested to see where she's going to go and what I think is going to happen. Because remember in Black Panther, they set up those different buildings as like Wakandan schools and learning our different technology. I think she's a student of that or involved in that in some way, shape, or form. And she's going to use that tech to produce her Ironheart armor. So I'm interested to see what we gonna do with that. So
okay. I have not read anything with Riri. I wanted you to take the bullet first. I'm not too familiar with the character. I have not heard great things about the character.
It's garbage. Oh, it is.
I've not heard. I know Miles Morales gets a lot of heat, but there are people who really like his comics. I have not felt the same thing with Riri, so I am intrigued to see what they're going to do with Riri. What's your some of your most anticipated things from Phase 5 you're seeing?
Who?
Critical.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can hear you. I have to agree with Alex. Bobby Lashley, New World Order. I think that's going to be pretty interesting because he loves his sister. But seriously, Ant-Man. I don't know if you all know, but the trailer for Ant-Man leaked, and when they showed Kang the Conqueror, they booed Kang. that was crazy.
Oh, the fans.
Yes, because they showed Jonathan Majors without the makeup.
He don't have the blue face.
Right, and everybody just started booing. So, but I'm looking for Ant-Man. I have a little close ties to Ant-Man because actually I had the Ant-Man script before the movie came out, and I read half of it because Lawrence Fishburne accidentally left it somewhere, so I was able to get it because it was in Lost and Found. Yeah, so I was like going through it, but unfortunately the crazy story is I never got a chance to finish the script, and I never finished the movie. So I'm gonna go back and watch the movie and get ready for Ant-Man 3. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, Nagasi, what's piquing your interest in Phase 5?
Definitely Blade, because I feel like, even though I have not been a fan of like some of the stuff that they've introduced in Phase 4, I feel like they've also been kind of testing what they can get away with. So like Multiverse of Madness, it didn't feel like horror to me, but they definitely had like a little bit of that creepiness. Thor: Love and Thunder, I feel like with Gore the God Butcher, could have seen a lot more, but he definitely dialed into that creepiness factor. So I feel like for Blade, expectations just through the roof for me. I'm expecting to get at least, if you don't want to go full-blown horror, fine, but you gotta dial into that creepiness for me. Give me a reason to like kind of be in the back of my seat, like I don't know if we about to make it out or nothing like that. So I'm looking forward to that. Ironheart, I miss Tony, bro. I miss that whole storyline, that's something we haven't tapped into until a while. So like I miss that aspect of the MCU. That's the foundation. The foundation of the MCU is Iron Man, Tony, like that whole storyline. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the last thing, I can't remember because we took the thing off the screen.
Hold on, I'll put it back up.
Hold on, quick question while you're thinking. Is Blade going to be rated R, rated PG-13?
That's all I'm waiting for. That's what I'm waiting for.
PG-13.
If it is, I'm gonna be upset. I needed to be rated R.
Well, here's the okay. What in the MCU right now is rated R?
All the Netflix shows. All the Netflix shows.
In the world,
Deadpool is not in the MCU.
He's not there yet.
Not yet.
Now.
In the famous words of T'Challa, I don't care. I want to see rated R Blade.
It's not. I mean, okay. Like, here's the thing. I think because I love when people bring that up. I think with Blade, you can do everything that the Wesley Snipes Blade brought to, except for the sex scenes and the gore.
Hey,
that's it.
All vampires do is have sex and have gore. That's a vampire.
Exactly.
I mean, no, they don't. They die.
I watched Vampires in Brooklyn that was on Netflix. That was a PG-13, and it sucked because it was PG-13. It could have been so much better if they actually had blood and gore. It could have been way much better than what it was.
So I don't want that. If you take the fighting elements, like I picture this. If you push that PG-13 rating on Blade, you take the fight elements from Shang-Chi and you incorporate that with Blade. Him wrecking shop with some vampires, and then like, oh my god! And then you give him a good story. I think you could do it. I don't see the necessary of him being rated R other than him fucking some vampires.
You need the blood. You can't show blood with the.
Why are we acting like these parents ain't about to take their kids to go see Blade though?
Exactly. Exactly. We know.
I'm saying
because the parents are so
from the
sensitive
gore
nowadays
and
to
the
what their
sex,
kids
why do
watch.
we need a rated R Blade?
I want the blood. I want the gore. That's the one thing I've missed.
Yeah, it's horror. It's supposed to be
like Shang-Chi. If we do like Shang-Chi, they're gonna have a talking demon dog making jokes throughout the whole damn movie. I don't need that. I don't need none of that.
Trevor's gonna be there.
Yeah, Trevor's gonna be there with a talking demon dog, and they gonna be making jokes. I don't need that shit. I don't need it.
Can anybody name a good rated PG-13 vampire movie?
There isn't one.
Exactly.
Yeah, there is one. What's the one where they shine? What's that called?
Stop it.
That's what we're gonna get. That's what we're gonna get.
I don't
rated
believe
PG-13.
I don't really,
That's bad
because
bias right
here's
there.
the thing: the MCU has proven, maybe not so much in this phase, but the MCU has proven that with PG-13 movies, which all of them are, have been amazing up until really this point. Like I could make the argument that some of the movies that we got, like Rocket Raccoon, if you read his comic books, that motherfucker is bad to the bone. He's supposed to be rated R, but we love him though. He's PG-13.
He different than Blade, bro. Blade's a different
Blade.
cat, man.
Blade. That's a whole
Vampires.
different standard right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different standard right there,
Yeah,
man.
that's some high standards with
I'm
Blade.
interested to see. I don't think Marvel can miss with this. Now, if they do, I'm gonna eat my words.
Yeah,
but rated R. But I even said I think a PG-13 Deadpool rated R can work too.
No, they tried that. It didn't work. They tried it.
No,
tried to
like,
do
no,
a Deadpool
seriously.
PG-13. It
No,
didn't
seriously,
work
like,
in
think about it,
2009.
like,
That
They
was
did
in
the
the
Fred
comic
Savage
book
version. They did the Fred Savage version. That shit made $2. They said, "All right,
Bruh.
we tried it.
And-
We
and
tried
the
it."
comic
that shit
books.
tanked like it crashed and burned.
Listen, in the comic books, Deadpool realizes that he's not real. So every time he says a bad word, his face gets blurred. Right? You mean to tell me with the funny shit that they do in the MCU, they couldn't do that with Deadpool as a PG-13 movie?
That'd be
They
cool
could
if he
try
was
it.
featured in somebody else's
with
stuff, but
Deadpool,
not
you
his
can
own
try
stuff.
it, but
And I don't-
honestly,
I personally don't believe that they're
I
going to
don't
make
think-
Deadpool rated R as they did in the past with Disney. I don't believe that. Those misogynistic jokes about women they did in the previous movies, I don't think that's going to happen in Deadpool 3.
I
Not
do
under
agree with you on that
Disney.
one.
Nah.
I do
No.
agree with you on that one. I do agree with you. On
honestly,
Go ahead, Josh.
Deadpool 3, you could do it. You can do it out. The reason why you can't have a PG-13 Deadpool is because a lot of Deadpool fans, the minute you go PG-13, is gonna piss a lot of people off. So
Yep. That
your
too.
only
Right.
option
Yeah, I agree
is
with
to
that.
do rated R. Now, Blade, I can see it going one of two ways. You can go for a hardcore R, or you can go do like the Batman did and push really hard for a hard PG-13 with horror gore.
Yeah. Or like Winter Soldier,
I
maybe.
do get what Momentum is saying.
Now this is the thing though. They did say for Doctor Strange that was the first Marvel horror movie.
Right.
I don't like my horror movies like that. You know what I'm saying? I love horror movies. It had that jump scare when she came out. That was about it. You know what I mean? Everything else was just,
That's Sam
vampires.
Raimi horror.
Yeah, it was that Sam
And
Raimi
that
sort of
was-
cheesy
that was
horror. Yeah.
light.
Yeah,
Sam
that's
Raimi.
a
It was
Raimi
like-
horror
it was like
we
too.
love.
I would like to ask, is there a horror movie outside of superheroes? Is there a horror movie rated R or PG-13 that you would say is cinematic gold? Because Halloween ain't it. You know what I mean?
Cinematic gold?
Ghostbusters count? Ghostbusters?
No.
No.
It's not
That's what I'm
horror.
saying.
First
Like,
Ghostbusters don't count? Okay, all right.
I mean,
horror.
even the point I'm making is that if you add in any horror elements to any movie, superhero or not, I'm not saying it's ultimately a bad movie. I'm saying that most horror movies are relatively the same.
I'll say this though, you could go the Conjuring route, which is what I felt like Gore the God Butcher was going toward. It dialed into
Okay.
a certain creepy factor because
Right.
Gore the God Butcher wasn't horrific. He just was creepy. Like when
Right.
he just
Yes.
popped up behind these
Yes.
kids, I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, this dude ain't playing.
Yeah, you still here?
No, I'm just saying like that. At that point, like
Yeah.
I just was like expecting him to go full on more creepy.
Yeah,
At that
not even
point,
the
he just didn't
fans.
get
I highly
Deadpool
doubt Ryan
fans,
will do
I
a
highly
watered down.
doubt-
Yeah, he did that for Fox and he
I
did it.
highly
Yes,
doubt
yeah,
Ryan will-
yeah.
No, yeah, Fox. He hated
X-Men
having
Origins,
PG-13
Wolverine. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
You don't.
I mean, I don't think he'll
need
do-
to do that with Deadpool. A PG-13 Deadpool, it just can't. It can't be done.
No, I think they'll do the rated R. I do think they'll do the rated R. It's just going to be the killing and the blood and the gore,
Right, it's
not
not gonna be
so
a
much
hard
the
R.
joke. I don't believe like, for instance, the jokes we got in Deadpool 1 and 2, I don't believe it's going to go that far under Disney. Unless I'm proven wrong. Like, they're not even doing that now with the properties that they have now with those types of jokes. I mean, so I don't believe that's gonna happen if they're gonna incorporate him in the MCU. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows?
I would say this: there's a
Yeah.
bunch of sequels out that I feel arguably, when it turned rated R, is probably the best movie. You have a whole bunch of X-Men movies that came out, even the last one that came. I can't think of the name of it.
Dark
But
Knight.
Logan
The new
was
mut-
rated
the
R
new
and was
mutant.
better than all of them.
Oh yeah, New Mutants.
What? Yes. But would you say would you say Venom would be a better movie if it was rated R?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Because,
same
I'm sorry,
story.
You pussified Carnage.
Same story,
that was
and them,
not
and
cool.
he's just decapitating people.
Oh yes, that
Yes.
would be amazing.
Yes. That would be a lot better.
Better than
Both
the
movies, the
PG-13
stories
version
were
where
trash,
everything's
but I
watered
get what
down.
you're saying.
Yeah.
In terms of,
I would have more fun with it. I don't
It'd
think
be
it
more
would be like,
yeah.
it'd be more entertaining. It'd definitely be more entertaining.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
put
think
it like this.
I don't think Let There Be Carnage or the first movie are bad. They just is a missed opportunity with them.
Horror movies, sometimes like horror movies that have a bad story with a bunch of gore or just gore period. I don't say a bunch of gore, but just gore period. It's just like seasoning. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
it just make it taste better. That's all it is. You know?
And brother, real quick to wrap up my thing, the last thing was Captain America: New World Order for everything that they already said, but it's like weird to me that Sam became Cap, and I feel like we haven't really felt the impact of that yet.
Yeah.
So I want to see what the impact is going to be throughout
Well,
the MCU because like it's a black
That's
Captain
what I
America.
think the movie
What's the
will
impact?
actually just show is the
Yeah.
impact, how people will react to it.
We was
Yep.
talking about that. Yeah, they was talking about it on what's his name, Ian's channel. What did AK say? If Disney can show Jessica and Luke having anal sex, they can show some decapitations and more blood. Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I
Yeah.
want to point out, and
Say
AK knows
exactly.
this. What's up, AK? She
We
knows
there.
that was on Netflix first. So shit,
True,
like,
but
you
it's
know,
on Disney Plus now, so ain't
it's
no
on
ain't no
Disney Plus
hiding.
now, but it's
Ain't
not.
no hiding
It's not
now.
like Disney produced this shit. They put it on Disney Plus, obviously, but she's right. If they can show that happening, I'm sure they can show some blood and decapitation.
Hey, that was a
And
long
did they
sex
cut
scene, dog. That was like a good 15-second sex scene.
That was the first episode of the damn series.
Yep.
Anyway, Josh, what are you looking forward to in what is it, Phase 5? Some of your top things.
Yeah. All right. I do have 3 picks. I do have a few honorable mentions here. Some honorable mentions, we got Captain America New World Order. I definitely agree with everything you guys say. I am looking forward to it, especially since we got Anthony Mackie as the new Captain America. Agatha, House of Harkness. I love that character. Catherine Hahn, this is her second Marvel character besides Olivia Octavius, Spider-Verse. She's very funny in WandaVision. That song, I cannot get that song out of my head. I want to see where that's going to go. Also, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania would be another honorable mention. I'm not a Kang the Conqueror fan, but who knows? Maybe with this movie, it might convert me into a fan because I never liked them, even in the cartoons. But Jonathan Majors
Understandable.
is a great choice.
I wasn't a big fan of him either. Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's the end of the trilogy, but this is going to be really satisfying. I love the first movie. It came out of nowhere. The second one is my favorite of the trilogy.
Yep.
Daredevil, that's my last honorable mention because I just want to see Daredevil again because I love that character. I'm even a defender of the 2003 movie, both the theatrical cut and the director's cut.
The director's cut's much better. I want to point that out there.
much
The director's
better.
cut's
I
much
still
better.
haven't seen it. I still haven't
Absolutely.
seen it.
Absolutely. But my top 3, this might be a little controversial. My number 3, I'm going to go with Blades.
All right.
I love the Blade trilogy. Wesley Snipes, he was a great Blade. I even have some fun with Blade Trinity for all the issues it has. But Mahershala Ali, from the moment I first saw him act in the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1, I said, this guy's gonna go somewhere. And then, hearing him as Uncle Aaron in Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse, he was
Oh
great.
man,
Yeah.
he was lit. That was so dope.
And
Yeah.
that's my favorite Spider-Man movie, by the way. But Blade, I think there's a lot of potential in this because Morbius, you had the chance to bring back vampire genre, and
Okay, he
again,
lost me with that.
how do you fuck that up?
No, he said they had
They
potential.
fucked
He
it
didn't say it
up.
was good. He said they had potential.
Yeah, Morbius, you had the potential. The problem is the studio interference with that movie, and that movie was disappointing. But Blades, this has a lot of potential. With Mahershala Ali in the role, you also have the director of this, Bassam Tariq, and then we're gonna have the ebony sword that was introduced in the Eternals brought into here. I'm very curious to see where this is gonna go, and whether it's a hard PG-13 or a hard R. As long as you have a good story, some great character development, some great characters, and some great action and some great moments with Mahershala, I will be at peace with this. I will be at peace with it. My second most anticipated, I will also say, I think maybe Secret Invasion. Because this is a bit of a weird one. Because I do like the idea of Skrulls in the Secret Invasion, and we're going to be seeing a little bit of Nick Fury here. But it's also going to be a little bit of a weird thing to see how the Skrulls are going to come into the multiverse. And to top it off, you got Samuel Jackson, you got Kobe Smulders coming back as Maria Hill, Emilia Clarke is going to be in there. There's a bunch of actors in there, so I'm curious to see how this is going to go.
I think this will be a sleep.
My number one, yeah, but my most anticipated of Phase 5 is going to be the Marvels. I know
What?
there's people out there who
I did
hate.
not see that coming.
I didn't see that
Yes,
coming
the
either.
Marvels. The
Hey, that's
Marvels.
respect.
Yeah, Captain Marvel 2. I know there's people who did not like the first Captain movie at all, and that's completely fine. You're entitled to your opinion. But holding the main actress playing the character, all because you didn't like her portrayal and all that weird crap, get over it. I thought the movie
This
was
is why
great.
he's here.
It
He
had
got real opinions.
It had its issues. It had its issues with some of the writing and some bizarre direction, and it did feel a little bit like a Phase 1 movie, but I thought Brie Larson, she did great as a character.
Definitely.
I did want a little bit more development out of her, but for the development you did get, she's likable, she is charismatic, it has some other fun characters too.
Yeah.
Monica Rambeau, Teyana Paris, I thought she was great in WandaVision, and I liked her in Nia DaCosta's version of the Sea-Man last year.
Oh, Candyman, yeah.
And
You're Candyman, yeah.
and Kamala Khan and Mon Vellani, she's also very
Yes.
likable. I
Yeah.
did like Miss Marvel, so the fact that we're gonna have all three girls in a movie fighting off our new villain, whoever's that gonna be, but also we're gonna see why Monica is so upset with Carol. What's the deal there? And the heart of the movie is going to be Kamala. And just seeing Brie, Teyana, and Iman kick ass. And Nia DaCosta is directing. Nia DaCosta is a very good director with Seaman and Little Woods, which is also really underrated. So, and you have Megan McDonnell, who's also one of the writers of WandaVision, which makes me even more enthusiastic since
That's
I
a good
love
point.
WandaVision. I have a lot of faith that this is going to be good. Some people may not like this because it is Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, and Photon, but if anything, give it a chance. It might surprise you. It comes out on July 28th, and I'm on board.
I rock with that, Joshua, man. Because I
Good
definitely
choice.
want to see
Thank
Miss
you.
Marvel and Captain Marvel
Thank
meet,
you.
man. You know, I'm hyped for that. I am hyped for that. Wait, you keep saying, "See, man, are you in the room with?"
Yeah, he must got a mirror. Yeah, you got a mirror face.
No, I'm in the room. I do have a window, but I'm not allowed to say the actual name of the movie because if I say it, my family will get scared.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I agree with you too, Josh.
character
I mean,
pretty
I
good.
like Captain Marvel. Not
No,
that. I
he-
mean, I didn't really like the story, but I liked the movie, and I did love
Yeah.
Miss Marvel.
those are all
Man,
very
have
good
y'all
stories.
noticed they rebranded Carol Danvers pretty well? Like since that, like I feel like
They did.
the opinion of her character after the first Captain Marvel was one thing, but through Avengers and through other different forms, like it seems like it's kind of. I ain't
And
gonna
I
say
do
it's-
like that comment that the one guy just said. That makes a very good point. The deal it was Monica is going through some shit, losing her mom, and Carol wasn't there to comfort her. So I think that's what we're gonna get. Thank you. You brought that up.
Yeah. So go ahead, guys. I'm sorry.
No, I was just saying, like I feel like Carol Danvers has kind of gone through like a character flop because like I feel like a lot of people really wasn't messing with her when she first was introduced because she just came off as like you couldn't really like wrap your head your hands around her, but like coming from like the most recent point we saw her from, even like those few seconds, and it was like just a few seconds, and like Miss Marvel, it just seems like her character has gone through like a type of like evolution to where she's more free. She not, and maybe that's a part of Carol Danvers playing the character different. Maybe that's part of the writing. I don't know, but it just seems like she's a character that just is like you're more able to wrap your hands around her and actually get to know her more. So I hope we see that in the Marvels, which it probably is.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why I was touching on. I do want to see more of that, the evolution of Carol, while also seeing. You can anti-Carol me all you want, but that was stepmommy. Okay, that was hilarious. That's hilarious. But as I'm saying, besides the evolution, we do need to see the conflict and the of what's going on with Carol and Monica. And I think with that alone, and those scenes with Brie and Tayana delivering those lines, that's gonna make it more of an emotional film while being a fun adventure with Captain Marvel.
My problem with Carol Danvers, or at least what Marvel's done with her, they kind of made it seem like she was the last hope for Infinity War and Endgame. Like when we got that post-credit scene of Captain Marvel's symbol on the pager, we thought that going into Endgame, Captain Marvel and Thanos were gonna fuck each other up in a sense. But when you watch Captain Marvel, I never got the badass feeling from her other than her warrior. Well, I got the warriorness in her, but I didn't really feel like that this is the person that we need to save the universe. I still like the movie. I thought the movie was still good. But I think the reason why a lot of people hate that movie, not necessarily just because of the story, they hate it because they thought that this woman was supposed to replace Captain America in a sense. And that's something that I'm seeing a lot online, but I disagree with that narrative. But I am, like you said,
it's
I
a
am
lot of
interested.
toxic behavior towards the movie online, especially with what you just said. And I think that shit is just way overblown. You're taking it way out of hand with people. They need to calm down a little bit. But I'm gonna let you continue.
Oh, but I was just gonna say just real quick. I am interested in the Marvels and see that dynamic between her and Monica. But other than that, I agree with the points that you made before.
Yeah,
and also Kamala.
Wally.
We're just skipping everyone else's conversation.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My audio dropped out. My bad.
Oh, gotcha. Well, if we're just going straight to me, then fucking Captain America, man.
Oh wow.
Hey, there we go.
Blow his picture up. Blow his picture up.
That's about as big as I
Blow
can
that
get
man's picture up.
Hold on, my bad. Sorry. There he is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, he's beautiful.
He's going.
There he is.
He looks good. That costume they gave him at the end. That show looks great.
Yeah. That's the Phase 5 film that I'm most excited for. And I think everything's going to be good. I'm excited to see where everything goes. But like, dude, I love Anthony Mackie. And I love Captain America. Hell yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, like I love Captain America. Genuinely, I love Steve Rogers Captain America.
Hold on. Put that back up there.
Here we go.
There you go.
Bobby Lashley.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
You got to buy the merch. You got to buy the merch.
We all got our MCU memorabilia. I have a WandaVision shirt in the closet.
I mean, like I said, I'm excited for everything, but that's the one that I want to see most because I can't remember who made the point exactly, but yeah, he's been Captain America now for 2 years, and other than a Disney cruise film,
Yeah.
he hasn't been Captain America anywhere. And they haven't mentioned him at all. No other character has said anything about it. No one's been like, "Man, it's crazy that Falcon became Captain America."
Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird.
Remember all that Captain America shit? There was one Captain America, and then he turns out he killed a guy, and he was kind of like a racist.
Walmart cat.
And now we got another one.
They did say in that Disney cruise video, like, should we call you Captain or Falcon? So they don't even know, essentially.
Right. They had that whole article where they was trying to say Chris Evans is coming back, and Chris Evans was like, "No,
yeah, no, the fuck, I'm not."
No, Chris Evans said
hold
he's done
on.
with
Not
the
at
role.
first. Chris did say, anything's possible. He did say that first.
Something else for the Human Torch.
Yeah.
For the Human Torch.
Yeah, that was for like multiverse.
Oh, okay.
Do y'all think he'll ever come back?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
Honestly,
Civil
I
War,
don't think he will,
KANG Dynasty,
but
yes.
at the same
I think-
time, the door is never really closed.
I believe
Stuff
if
like
they
that.
if he comes back, it's gonna be from some flashbacks or multiverse
That
shit.
too.
But
Yeah,
I
I'm saying
don't
multiverse.
believe
Or
I
they're
don't
gonna
believe
follow
he's
up that
coming
line
back.
about
I
him being
believe
on the
that
moon.
Apple TV money is a little bit more sweeter, and then also he's getting a lot of directing and writing credits to stuff. He ain't coming back to Marvel. I don't believe, at least not in the next 5 years.
Maybe not next 5 years, but
Maybe not.
I think he's coming back.
I think you get a feature.
Yeah. Anything else, Waller?
Well, let's see. Yeah, bring that back up. I'm gonna say some other things when I gotta get out of here.
All right.
Let's see. Maybe Thunderbolts. I'm kind of excited for because they're not really doing Thunderbolts as far as I can tell. They're doing Dark Avengers and they're just calling it Thunderbolts.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Because all right, we got John Walker, Captain America, but that's U.S. Agent. But so they got U.S. Agent, which is just evil Captain America. They've got Abomination, which is just evil Hulk.
Yeah.
They've got Yelena, who's not evil, but she is more of a yeah. She's darker than Nat was. I'm sure in Daredevil.
Also Ghost.
Yeah, they got Ghost.
Yeah.
I'm sure in Born Again they'll bring back Bullseye. So then you got an evil Hawkeye. Yeah, I think that's just kind of where they're headed. So Thunderbolts looks interesting. I agree with Josh that the Marvels might be my next most anticipated. Because I loved Miss Marvel. I thought that was a great show. So yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of Iman Vellani on screen. However, and you and I have talked about this. I've seen some of the set photos for that.
Yeah, that
and
suit's trash.
I hate that new costume.
That new costume is not good.
Because the costume at the end of the series was so good. Yeah, they're upgrading because you know how Marvel does. They got to sell toys, so every time they have a new project, someone's got a new costume. So she has a new outfit, and it doesn't look as good. I guess it's fine. It's passable, but it looks like what am I trying to say? It looks like the one from that Avengers game that came out.
That's fair.
At the end of that, like it's all armored up, and it's a little too much. And we only got the new one for one episode, and maybe the first 20 minutes of that movie. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Hey, Walsh, real quick before you go, do you feel like that the whole I forget the name of the realm that the Jinn are from? But do you feel like that comes into play more Phase 5, or are we still a ways from that?
I would be willing to guess that it's probably never coming back.
And I was about to say the same thing.
I was hoping, or they're gonna say something along the lines of like it's just like an offshoot of the quantum realm, in some weird way. I do think something that is going to come out of that, and I know I'm not the only one who's thought this, but I think her bangle is going to be one of two, and I think the other one's going to be where Captain Marvel was when they swapped places.
I didn't think about that.
And I think they're going to act as the negative bands that Marvel used to have in the comics when him and Rick Jones would swap.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be that.
And you was talking about Rick Jones being trapped in a negative zone and all of that. I can see that.
Because like Rick Jones is like so integral to Marvel Comics to have never been in any movie. Like he's a huge character for the Hulk. He's a huge character for Captain America. He was Bucky at one point.
Wasn't he a huge character? Correct me if I'm wrong. In Fantastic Four as well.
He was part of that as well. He was part of the original Captain Marvel. They would change places. It was literally Captain Marvel. You know, like Shazam.
Yeah, it's basically like Shazam.
Yeah, they literally did the same thing, but for Marvel. Oh, thank you, AK. So we'll see, and I do think that it. In fact, no, I'm confident. Actually, I'm going to say it right now. It is the negative bands because when they go to that gravesite, it's the flashback, and they find the bangle, they pull it off of Blue Body, which is a Kree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it absolutely is the negative bands.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm thinking that I think that's what's going to happen. So I'm looking forward to Captain America, most. Thunderbolts, and then the Marvels, and obviously everything. I think it's all going to be more or less good.
I think they should take Echo off that list. I don't. That's the dumbest shit.
It's going to be a trailer for Daredevil. Don't worry.
I think
it's a 6-episode trailer for Daredevil.
Exactly.
Like, I feel like he's baiting, like trying to bait an audience. Hey, let's incorporate some more female characters and give us the wackest one, Echo. Like, okay.
Echo's dope. Echo was the original Ronin until Hawkeye appropriated it. So I'm just saying, they took all her cool shit. They gave it to the white man. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So, AK, I know that they're not the only blue folk around, but given their ties to Captain Marvel, I'm going to go ahead and say that's probably where they're leaning, at least.
So we saw the blue people in the Wakanda.
Yeah,
is that what?
Those are Atlanteans.
Yeah. So okay, I was wondering, is that what they really look like? And then Namor is just different. So I'm guessing that's the
Namor is an albino Atlantean.
Namor is a mutant. So
I was just about to say we didn't touch on this, but do you think that Namor will they say he's a mutant in Wakanda forever?
I hope so.
I would,
based on what happened at the end of Miss Marvel.
Yeah, they had the end of Miss Marvel. They might do the same shit where it's like, I was looking at his DNA and he's has
no.
mutations. Yeah, they might do that shit.
Put that little stinger in there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna head out. It's been good talking to you guys.
All right, Wally, you take it easy, bro.
Take it easy, man.
Right,
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Oh shit. All right, so someone in the chat just sent me a bootleg of the Ant-Man trailer, and it looks pretty good.
Oh, I saw it.
Jonathan Majors as Kang, looking pretty dope.
They booed him. It's gonna be the best villain in Marvel.
You called it. You called it in
apparently. Last time we were on here, he did say Kang was gonna be that guy.
Apparently, you think he's gonna be better than Thanos?
He might be. Hey, the guys, this man got 2 Avengers movies back to back. I think he gonna be pretty bad.
Hold on. Wait, pull up AK's comment again.
What was that?
She said, with you on that, Alex. Not looking forward to Echo. She's a good character, but not sure she can hold her own series. I 100% agree with that. You mean a lady with one leg? Badass, Kingpin. I don't believe it.
I'm just saying, she was the original Ronin.
Yeah, but she got her ass whooped by Hawkeye. Really? I'm sorry. I think Echo was such a wasted character in that show. I'd
agree with that.
Oh my god.
Hey, but Crit, real quick, because you was talking about Kang. So this is my only thing though. The thing that confuses me is he was introduced in Loki, right? That's where he was introduced. This whole multiverse saga to me, I'll give them credit for this. The setup for it was good. The execution has been absolute shit. So, for me, I'm trying to see how is he really, what is he going to tie into and where is he going to come into? So is he just, right now, it feels like he's just stuck in Loki's,
I was just about to say Loki season 2, probably.
Exactly.
Well, Ant-Man, then Loki season 2.
But my thing is, we have not seen the aftermath of the end of Loki.
Yeah.
That whole time, breaking the timeline.
Yeah.
How is that played into the MCU?
I tell you, I tell you, the reason why Doctor Strange and why what's your girl name? The witch, Scarlet Witch, can mind walk and why the spell Doctor Strange spell worked for Spider-Man is because of what female Loki did to the one he who remains. What's his name? The one who remains.
Kang.
Yeah, he who remains.
Kang. Yeah. So yeah, if she didn't stab him, none of those spells would have went awry. You wouldn't be able to dream walk and all of that stuff.
Okay.
I haven't thought about that.
Okay. That's what Kevin Feige said on the red carpet when somebody asked him about it. So, but you explained it, that sounds way more plausible. So yeah, I got it.
That confused me because I'm like, what impact has that had on the MCU Phase 4? And to me, it didn't feel like it had any impact.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, at first it didn't, but then it kind of made sense. It was like, well, nobody was doing anything before, but then again, you brought up a good question. Miss Marvel, the people from that other world that came over, the Jinn, they came from another alternate universe, but they got trapped. Is it because that happened? They came over before the Kang War, and then the Kang War stopped and shut them down. Like,
but we don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? Do we know what time period Miss Marvel takes place in? We know it's after Endgame, but where is this? After No Way Home? Is it after Doctor Strange Multiverse of Men? Like that's same thing with Moon Knight. Moon Knight, we have no idea.
I have no idea when that takes place.
Where that takes place. And
Moon Knight is definitely after after Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's definitely after that.
Right, but I'm saying in terms of the whole MCU. Right, the reason why I say the whole MCU, we had a episode focused on the gods. Thor was not mentioned. Neither was the god of Wakanda. So if we're gonna talk about that, then like, where does that show? How does that fit the whole narrative?
Look, Alex. After November, we in Phase 5. Don't worry about it. We in Phase 5. November,
moving along.
We're moving along. Kevin Feige said we're moving this shit right along. So we moving on up out of here.
Oh wait, Brogi, did you see? AK says send her a link.
Yeah, I sent it to her. Yeah, send her the Ant-Man link. Yeah, I sent it to her. For me, I'm going Guardians Volume 3 because I love me some Guardians, and this is gonna be.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm saying that. I'm going Captain America: New World Order because I think we might be getting that Hydra cap or some sort of resurgence of Hydra. We might get the resurgence of Shield because we got the DoD doing goofy Shield, so we can just bring Shield back at this point. And I guess I'm gonna go with Daredevil because I'm just excited to see what they do with that. And yeah, so those would be my 3 picks. But then they gave us the real whammy, Phase 6, and it is starting with the Fantastic Four because I thought we were ending Phase 4 with Fantastic 6.
That would have been dope.
So
there are still a few titles that has yet to be announced. We will get those at D23.
D23, yeah. And then we also getting 2 Avengers movies in the same year, which surprised the hell out of me. KANG Dynasty.
This is like when The Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions came out.
I'm about to say
I wish you hadn't said that because now I'm worried. Now I wish you hadn't said that.
I'm about to say something very controversial about those Avengers movies, but keep going, Brogi.
No. You want to go down? You
go ahead.
Okay, so I'm at.
Hold on.
Yeah, give him the screen. Give him the screen.
Hold on. Get your shit off, Alex.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm excited for Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, because Kang ultimately is like another big baddie. He's on the I would say he's on the level of Thanos in a sense. But Secret Wars, that I think that's the dumbest idea that they can come up with an Avengers movie, because if you read Secret Wars, it is boring. And most of the most of our main characters die, and they're fighting. Secret Wars is literally Civil War. That's what Secret Wars
on a cosmic
is.
Scale, though. Yeah, but it's like on a cosmic scale. Though.
Yeah, but you have our heroes fighting each other. We've seen that already. So what are we doing in Secret Wars I'm not saying I don't trust them, but if it's this multiverse bullshit again with different versions of people fighting each other,
that's what I think it's going to be. But I think this is going to be the real multiverse of madness. Like what everybody thought we was going to get Hugh Jackman and we was going to get Tobey Maguire. We was going to get the
Magneto.
And Eric Bana's coming back as the Hulk. I think this might be that movie where we could see something. I think now I might be overhyping it, but I think this could be the time where we actually get that. That's just my theory. But then again, the Secret Wars, there was the original version where it was heroes versus villains, and there's the other version where it was everybody versus, like you said, themselves. So I don't know what version they're doing. It could just be in name only. So you know how they.
Yeah.
Is the Secret Wars where Dr. Doom was over everything? Was that was the Secret Wars? Was it?
Yeah, Secret Wars. He had the gauntlet and he was controlling.
That was amazing. That was an amazing story.
Yeah.
We've seen it done before.
We won't know what they're gonna do with the Secret Wars side of until they do it. But
exactly. They can go in any direction.
Right.
And as far as Fantastic Four goes, I am excited.
Same.
I just need to see who's gonna be playing the main characters first. And
John Krasinski.
A little controversial.
It ain't happening.
I do like these two. They're not the greatest movies ever, but
you need to put that second one down.
You supposed to blurt it out, Nor.
Exactly. I'm just messing with you.
But yeah, those two Fantastic Four movies from the early 2000s, they may not have been the greatest things ever, but at least they felt like the characters. Unlike the 2015 bullcrap.
I agree.
If they play their cards right with this new Fantastic Four movie, and you have a great story, you have a great cast, great villain, this could lead to us having a great future with those characters. We could get Dr. Doom, we could get Silver Surfer, we could probably one day get Galactus. So. Yeah,
they might be saving Galactus for Phase 8. Honestly, shit. The way we looking at this,
I think that's what they'll probably do. But when we do get Galactus, I do want to see Fantastic Four go up against them. But
absolutely,
this first for now, the new Fantastic Four movie coming out in 2024. I'm on board with it.
They gotta bring John Krasinski as Reed Richards, because if not, that's the biggest tease. I think
it's like the biggest FU to fans if they don't bring him back.
The version he played is more like a variant. So
exactly. They kind of already. Yeah, they said that like, hey, we got him in there just for the fans, but I don't think he's hopping in. I don't think he's coming back.
That, but I'm just like, to me, he just fitted so well. Who was you going to play Richards?
Did he?
I did. Well, in his defense, we didn't see that much of him. Obviously.
I agree.
But if you get John Krasinski is a thespian, okay, I think he would be amazing as Reed Richards. So, like, I agree that he may not come back, but if they do make a movie of the Fantastic Four, I'll say this: if he doesn't come back as Reed Richards, all right, fine. But I want John Krasinski directing the movie, because The Quiet Place. Oh my God! I can only imagine what he could do with Fantastic Four.
Especially Quiet Place too. I think he would bring it home. Him in the director's chair with the cast involved. He'd knock it out of the park. Directing.
And also, Invisible Woman has to cheat on Reed Richards.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
With Namor, yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
With Namor,
he has to not
absolutely.
pay her attention. She has to not pay her attention, and she's gonna go off somewhere else. Make it happen.
He can't pay attention to her because she's so damn invisible. What the fuck? Like, how the hell he gonna pay attention?
Oh my God. doing stuff on that invisibility, I wouldn't focus on you.
Exactly.
Damn.
Kirk me,
Motherfucker, I can't see you.
Oh, is it supposed to be Daniel Craig in the role? Oh, was that the role he was supposed to have? Okay, interesting.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy. I didn't
yes,
know
it
that.
was.
I
It
couldn't
was supposed to
picture
be
that,
him,
actually.
but Fahey wanted John Krasinski because the fans they wanted him to play the very.
I couldn't picture Daniel Craig as Reed Richards.
That's a decision. That is definitely a decision.
Mhm.
So you said D23 is in September.
Yep.
Yeah.
September.
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
September. So
Oh man. So what y'all thinking we get
As
on the
far
rest
as-
of this list?
I think in
What do you
phase
think?
six,
there's some possibilities.
I think in the two. I was gonna ask, what do y'all think the two unmentioned titles for phase six? I'm sure we're gonna get more than 5 titles for phase six because I'm sure there's gonna be some Disney Plus stuff in there too.
Yeah,
But
they got a whole bunch of them.
for the 2 titles that they blurred out, what do y'all think it's gonna be? I think it's gonna be another Spider-Man movie because
I think that's part of it.
If
Yeah.
it is
we're
another
not getting a Spider-Man
movie
movie in phase 5.
I think it's gonna be
if
Miles
it
Morales.
is-
Oh, I
if
don't
it
know.
is- that's what I was about to say. If it
don't think-
is,
Go to bed.
if it is another Spider-Man movie, I would like to see Tom Holland interact with Miles Morales.
I would love to see that, yes,
then
but
I
I
think
don't think they're
another
going to
title-
give Miles Morales his own movie yet.
Yeah, Sony gonna snatch that boy up. I don't think it's happening.
We're gonna get a.
And
We're gonna
also,
get
I think another potential title could probably be the Shang-Chi sequel.
Yep, I think so too.
That's fair.
I
I
think
think we're gonna get a Prowler movie.
What?
Okay, I doubt that.
If we talking Sony,
Plus
hey,
series.
Chris, if we talking Sony, yeah, we getting a Prowler movie.
Yeah,
Mike ain't
no,
fucking with it.
we gonna get a Prowler. I
I
don't.
can say
Okay,
hell
you're probably
no.
right. We're gonna get a
With-
Prowler movie from
With,
Sony.
with your
That would
boy
be
in
good.
it, what's his name? I can't think of Childish
Oh,
Gambino.
with
Come
Childish
on.
Gambino?
Come
Yeah.
on.
Man,
Donald Glover.
nah.
Yeah, it's gonna be Sony,
I
though.
think the next title we're gonna get is gonna be Marvel's X-Men. Now that shit
Yeah,
is gonna be lit. I can't wait for
Yeah,
that.
it would be. It would be.
I can see X-Men.
It would be.
Uh,
That's
You
gonna
think
be
Hugh Jackman
awesome.
coming back, or you think he's hanging up? He's done for good.
He's done.
Who?
He's
Hugh
done.
Jackman.
It's gonna be
Oh,
a
yeah,
he's
completely
done.
new
He's not coming
cast.
back.
New
Yeah,
cast, new
I
start.
think he'll come back in Deadpool 3 as a gag, but not, not as
Here's a
not
question:
as a
who
full
would y'all
time.
cast for Miles?
The
That's
kid from
a
Stranger
hard
Things.
Miles Teller.
No,
Yeah,
Miles
Caleb-
Morales.
Caleb
Morales.
McLaughlin.
I actually like. Have y'all watched Cobra Kai?
I was just about to say it. I just started watching that
Oh.
season. I was thinking I was just gonna say that.
There's a
gonna say
black
that.
kid
No, but
who
my
looks
sister
just
does.
like Miles,
I know
and
what
he's
you're talking
in
about.
Cobra Kai. I think he'd be a dope.
He's very young. He's very
Yeah,
young.
very. Because
That's true.
when
Yeah.
we first,
That's a
the
good
first time
point.
we get introduced to Miles, he's like 12, and then he gets his powers at like 13. We just see him a little bit older now because Into the Spider-Verse he's like 16 in high school, but in the comic books he was literally a kid like when he got his powers. So I think that the little, I forget the actor's name, but
Hold
the
on,
guy
I'm looking
from
him up
Cobra
now.
Kai.
I'm looking him up now.
He was in the recent season. I think he would be a great Miles.
I know
But
who
I
you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah.
Kenny,
I don't think-
Kenny Payne is his name.
Yes, but I don't think we're gonna see a live action Miles Morales movie probably to like 2026. We got an animated movie, and we got a Miles Morales finally got his own game, but I don't think we're gonna get a live action
That's a
movie
great.
anytime
It
soon.
was a good game.
Yeah.
Shit. Sony will find a way. If there's a buck to be made, Sony's gonna find a way. Trust me.
Okay, we'll probably see Miles Morales and Morbius too.
Yeah, exactly. exactly.
Death
exactly.
Miles. Death
Exactly.
Miles.
Yeah, that gonna be it right there. You're right about that. Damn. Trying to get a photo. They didn't mention Armor Wars, but they did say that's coming. So we got
Yeah,
that.
they did
That's
say
got to be
that's
announced.
coming.
You think they'll bring back a new iteration of Inhumans?
At this point, I don't think they will.
I don't think so.
I didn't see the first incarnation, so
Oh, you trust me, you weren't missing.
They
Yeah.
went out of their way to make
But-
Kamala
but
a mutant. I don't see it happen.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they do another interpretation of Inhumans, hopefully they get it right.
What if we jumping the gun on Kamala though? Like, what if like they said that her gene wasn't the same, but don't Inhumans have different genes too?
Bro, not with the X-Men.
Yeah, and that was the thing.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That's true.
That was way too much.
That would be the biggest fuck you to fans.
That was
It's like, yeah, we know what
That was-
y'all want, but you're not getting that.
psych.
Okay, AK brings up a very interesting theory that's been floating around online. So I would see Giancarlo Esposito either be Magneto or Professor X, but I don't see Denzel Washington ever joining a superhero movie.
Me
I
neither.
just don't like him talking real fast. Like, oh, so you want to save the world? Really? The world's all fucked up. What you mean you're gonna do this? Like, I can't see him as Professor X
I would
or
rather
Magneto.
Magneto?
Yeah, I would
can see him
rather.
as Magneto.
I don't know if
I'd
I can
ra-
see him as
yeah.
Magneto.
I'd rather
I don't know.
Giancarlo as Professor X because
I
I'm
was
tired
about to
of
say
seeing
the
him as
same thing.
villains.
I can see
I can see
Esposito
Giancarlo
as
Esposito as both
X.
characters.
But
Yeah.
this is the thing, though. Somebody brought up a point. It said that your boy Denzel played Malcolm X. Malcolm
Yes.
X is Magneto is based off of Malcolm X, so I don't
That's
see why
true.
you couldn't play Malcolm.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You're absolutely right. That's true.
That's
By the way,
true.
That's the character I was referring to as
Yeah.
Miles.
Yeah, this is a kid from
Yeah.
Cobra Kai, and yeah,
You're
I
right.
can
That's
totally see
a
it.
good pick.
Yeah,
It
I like
that's a
pick.
good. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And he went crazy at the end too. That man went like,
Don't spoil it. I ain't finished it yet.
oh my bad.
Put it over there. I ain't finished it yet. I just started watching it. He was getting his ass beat, and I was like,
I
oh,
ain't
boy.
gonna
Trust me, it's way better than Hawkeye.
Okay, look, sir, sir.
For real though, Momentum.
Wow,
How they
wow.
make a movie? How they make a Disney Plus TV show that's supposed to be a Christmas theme, but I feel like I don't get enough Christmas in the Christmas themed TV show.
Look,
That don't even make sense.
Because
look.
they were too busy focusing on a fake Ronin.
Thank you.
All right. Why is Jeremy Renner catching strays right now? What are we doing? Why is Jeremy Renner catching strays?
Since when has Hawkeye been deaf? What the fuck?
In the comics, he was deaf. That's what they were basing it on.
But so was he deaf the whole time before?
No,
Ant-Man?
if you were paying attention in the show, they
No.
showed you all the times he was getting his ass beat and all the explosions he was
It was
around.
a lot.
Oh.
His ears have
Right.
gotten bad.
Okay,
And he's
so
also old, too.
He got affected, but Natasha didn't get affected. Oh, okay.
Natasha's dead. That was her effect. Natasha's dead. That was her effect. She's in the ground. That was her effect. She died. That was her effect. I'm just saying. Anyway, that was the effect. She died. He was having hearing issues. Exactly. Yeah, he's old man. He was
Yeah,
having
he's
hearing issues.
having hearing issues, especially from all the destruction and stuff he's been in fighting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a human. He's a very human guy. He's not a mutant like some people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Comic-Con. Is there anything else necessarily that we didn't talk about y'all want to hype up from Comic-Con?
Are they supposed to be doing the second, not Inhumans? What's the group that came from outer space, the Celestials and
The Eternals?
The Eternals?
yeah,
Eternals.
Taika Waititi's
Oh.
supposed to be directing the second Eternals.
No. What?
Oh,
No.
I didn't know that.
That's what I heard.
No,
That's not a thing.
That's a rumor?
no.
Yeah, that's a rumor. He's doing Star
Oh, okay.
Wars.
Yeah, that's just a
He was Star
rumor.
Wars.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
he's doing
Star
Star
Wars,
Wars,
though.
but I didn't know he was good. That would be dope. I would love to see a Taika Eternals.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
cool.
hard-
it'll be fun.
Look,
I'd rather-
Eternals 2,
Yeah.
if they're gonna do it, they have to at least improve on some of the stuff that didn't work. Have a more structured story. Let us get to know the characters more, and at least take some chances if they do make the Eternals 2. Because I was hyped for the first Eternals, but the second, but I've tried it with 2 watches. I don't hate it, but it is a very frustrating and very all over the place film that I respect its ambitions, but it kind of crumbled under its own ambitions. Great acting, some great performances, great direction, but the characterization and the story needed a lot more work. And I felt if it was a
like
Disney Plus series,
that's what I'm about to say.
and I felt if it
Bring
was
it
a
back as a
Disney Plus series, it would make it much better.
If they do a sequel, bring it back as a series. I don't think they're gonna do a movie. I think Kevin Feige was a little too ambitious and it didn't work out.
The crazy thing, like AK just said, it felt dry as hell. That's Marvel's first sex scene in a movie, and I walked away feeling like it was dry as hell.
Yeah, that sex scene was
terrible.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of saw in the first Iron Man, it wasn't really a sex scene, but
that was
Iron
20
Man
years ago. Ain't nobody remember that shit, man.
I don't feel like. I mean, honestly, with sex scenes, how much value do they bring to the movie? It's like soft porn.
No, I don't think it adds value. I'm just saying that, like, for looking back on it, that's one of the things that stuck out, but it was still a boring movie.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, that's true.
They hyped that out with Eternals, and
yeah, that was weird. I don't know why they did all that.
Yeah,
trying every.
Oh wow! Wow.
And they was on the sand too, right?
Wow.
Funny on so many different levels.
AK, what you trying to say? Who was dry, AK?
Hey.
Who was dry? Oh my gosh, they need some coconut oil.
Oh my god, that's funny. That's funny. If y'all know AK, you would know why that's funny. Yeah. So I guess that's so. Another thing I didn't mention, but it was pretty cool. They did announce that Rob Stark ain't doing it for me. They did announce that they're doing the Avatar animated film, and it's going to focus on the team Avatar being a little bit older. So I think that's pretty cool.
It's overdue.
It is overdue. Yeah. It's definitely. So.
This AK, you crazy? Is that Aang being older?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those kids are gonna be a little bit older. So yeah. Hopefully that's gonna be good. That was another thing they announced that I was excited for. Outside of all the toys and memorabilia that they showed off and everything. So yeah, Comic-Con, good shit. So I guess we can wrap this up, man. This was great. I gotta say, had a great time with y'all guys. We do the outros.
I enjoyed it. My bad. I enjoyed being here with you and the rest of the guys.
Yeah,
enjoyed you too, Joshua.
Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all do your outros. Josh, you go first.
Okay. You can find me on my channel, Future Filmmaker Reviews with Josh. I do live reviews, trailer reactions, TV reviews, rankings, commentaries, such. All my social media links are there, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Letterboxd, my Amazon wishlist is there. Also, if you'd like to send a fan mail, my address is down in the description box down below as well. Also, my Cash App is down there too. There's a way to support the channel. So, all my social media links are there.
All right. Great having you here. I'm going to let Nagasi up next. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, Nagasi.McKenzie for all the socials. As always, what do I know? I'm just another movie fiend. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you sub to everybody on this because everyone had, I can't wait to do another one of these. So, make sure y'all subscribe to everybody's channels, drop a like, comment, all that good stuff helps out everybody a lot. Can't wait to do this again, Brogi.
Thanks. I'm glad you were able to come through, both you and Josh. I'm gonna let Alex let you go. Get some spotlight.
Okay. I feel like I've gotten enough of the spotlight.
You really did. Go ahead.
Well, I am definitely. Well, no woman has ever been dry against me. So
hey, all right.
But okay, you guys can. All right, let me stop bullshitting. You guys can find me. I'm sorry, my mic just fell down. But
nobody here. Come on.
Oh man, y'all are fucking me up.
Crazy.
Wait, Brogi, come back to me. I gotta fix it.
All right. Craig, go ahead, Craig.
Oh man, oh wow, man. Hey, shout out to everybody. You can reach me at Critical Blues Reviews on Twitter, Instagram, Critical Blue Reviews on any podcasting platform. You know, we discuss a lot of reviews on movies and have different takes, man. And shout out to everybody on the panel, man. Straight up, I enjoyed everybody's opinion and it was real fun, man. And thanks again for putting me on, bro. And shout out to you, AK.
Yeah. Man, look, AK, I'm sorry. I thought I sent it to you. I sent it to a lot of other people. I thought I sent it to you too. My bad, AK. I would have, my bad. I thought I sent it. I'm so sorry. But yes, we'll have you on another time.
Okay, I'm ready now. I'm
ready.
now.
All right, superstar.
Okay. So you guys can find me at Momentum Media. My name is Alex. If you type in Momentum Media on YouTube, I am the first YouTube channel that pops up. Thank you for having me on the panel with my podcast. I have the Ask Alex Show. We talk about movies. We talked about Comic-Con. We talk about movie news, things of that nature. And we also talk about TV news and nostalgia. I do some interviews with some celebrities and some interviews with KY
Alex, baby.
I just want to point out to the viewer, I have no idea what she's talking about, but I've never had that issue either. So, but yeah, that's what we do at Momentum Media, and then like I do collaborations with these guys. So, yeah, it's been fun. I can't wait to do the next panel. We should definitely do something more funny. I guess.
Yeah, I'll think of something. But yeah, this is a really good lineup. This worked out better than I ever imagined. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming through. Everybody coming in with their opinions. See, I like people with their opinionated opinions, and they can get their stuff out there, you know. And like I said, support everybody, and don't forget to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all things, Facebook, all things Brogi Naric, and stay tuned for more videos. All right, peace.
Bye.